Good morning, everybody. Let me just get her straightened around here. First thing I got to do, get rid of the pesky emojis. Okay, they're gone. Okay, now I need to copy the invite into the chat. Hey, Ed, how you doing? Sky Flies here. Okay, I'm going to try and pull up all this clicking and bullshit I'm doing. Okay. Fingers are working faster than my mind. Okay, so I think we're pretty much going good now. Jonathan, how you doing? Good morning. The link is at the top of the chat if anybody wants to join. I expect that probably Justin is going to join here shortly. M. Jackson is in the chat. Here comes Justin now. Good morning, Justin.
Why don't you go wash your hands before you put the new Band-Aid on?
And here comes Jonathan. Good morning, Jonathan.
Got the link, Paul? Oh, you got it.
Yep. It's up there.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing this morning, Paul?
Well, it's colder than a freezer. It's 18 degrees and it's sunny, but it is cold.
It'll warm up later on today, won't it, for you?
Yeah, it's supposed to warm up to maybe into the high 30s, early 40s.
Oh, that's still cold.
Still cold. In Detroit, they're saying maybe getting up to 45, but I'll believe that when I see it. You know how it is with those weather people.
Yeah. We're gonna hit 70 today in Georgia.
Oh, I wish.
Excuse me, that's 70, 68.
What do you want, Mia? She's standing by the door wagging her tail again.
She wants to go outside.
But you just came in from outside. You didn't like it. It was a cold.
Justin, what's good, family?
I'll be right back, Jonathan and Justin.
Not much.
So you done switched up games.
Oh, we played that a couple weeks, or the week before last. We played that one.
That post you did this morning?
Host, I did this morning.
Something about a bomb wars or something.
Wars.
Yeah, I just saw it.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, well,
Oh, you talking about where I said come join us for some laughs?
I don't know. It was one with bomb wars. When it started off, you was shooting a gun at somebody. You had a big old bomb above you.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye out because she went out, but
That's Ricker.
we'll see how that goes.
Oh, this was good, family. Put up the chat on this other device here.
Oh, we had some fun last night though.
She loves. But it was you, Mark, and Tim last night.
Yeah. Yeah, it was us three playing.
There we go. Okay. Bang.
There's my weather right there.
Oh yeah, snow's melting.
Cold. It's 18 degrees. Cold, cold, cold.
Yeah, that should not go outside weather for me. How's everybody doing on this Sunday morning?
Well, we're here.
What's up,
True.
Brian, Tim, Joel? Jody, how's it going? Edward. Hey, Tim, did you see what Rigger commented on that live last night? Uh, I see they did Rim Pack again a couple days ago.
Impact, what's that?
Australians got to test the first
First person view?
No, the US gave them their first supersonic missile. Told you the US wasn't gonna take long to make those. It was a successful test too. No,
Where-
Rim Pack's that big thing they do every year. They have like 100 warships out there all in a big line together.
Yeah.
Australia had a bunch of ships out there with the US training.
Guess they preparing for that rail gun that China got.
I see China launched a rocket off of the back of what looked like an ocean-going freighter.
Oh yeah? Headed where?
They didn't say. They were just testing the rocket. Launched from a like a freighter, but it was interesting. It was on YouTube on a short.
Sliding door.
Morning, everybody.
What's up, Mark?
Morning.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing this morning, Mark?
Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'm doing fine, thank you.
Ah, okay.
It's a nice sunny day today, but a cold wind.
What's your temp looking like?
Oops, sorry.
What's your temperature looking like, Mark?
Just a minute. I'm gonna have to just stream YouTube to me telly. And then I'll be able to look.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Paul. You?
Well, colder than hell, but that's all right. It's only 18 degrees here.
What have we got?
And Jonathan's with us, and so is 'cause
Yeah.
you can't see, and they don't have the cameras on. You got Justin, Jonathan, and yourself and me.
And Jody and Joel is there as well in the chat.
Yep.
And Edward and Brian was there as well.
Yes. I'm thinking maybe Captain Joe is over. Johnny Drone Flyer, I think, is doing a
Oh, he
live.
does his Sunday morning coffee. Yeah.
Yep.
It says it's 10 degrees, but it feels a damn sight colder than that.
10. Ooh, wee.
10 degrees centigrade, not Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. How much is that Fahrenheit?
About 41, 42, something
41,
like that.
42, 43, somewhere in that.
Mm.
What I do just in my mind, and it's not perfect, but if you says it's 10 degrees, I double it, makes 20, and then I add 32 degrees to it.
Yeah, it's reasonably accurate doing it that way, but
Yeah.
mm,
Because our 32 degrees is your 0.
Yeah.
So
East Coast morning, Fanny. Well, you got your hand.
East
Hi,
Coast is
Dusty.
getting ready to make 30 bags of concrete for a pad in my backyard.
That's how you do it.
I don't think it's only 18 degrees there. That'd be some tough work working on concrete in 18-degree weather.
Be tough
Gotta
work.
Gotta be warmer.
That's how you do it, East Coast. Like a whole landing pad. Wait a minute. What are you landing? That sounds like enough concrete to make a helipad for a real helicopter.
Take it, they're only smallish bags though.
Hey, Tim Jackson, how you doing? Yeah, I imagine Tim's either going or at work.
No, it's it's Sunday now.
Now he's off today. Said the cat woke him up. It was little llama's fault.
It's midnight Sunday.
Yep, midnight
Well, midnight Sunday night.
Sunday night, right?
Good morning to you too.
Justin, what are you up to?
Do I?
Awful quiet there today.
Oh, I had to take a picture, send to Sean.
Oh, okay.
Something he wanted to see.
Look like that snow melting fast there, Paul.
Well, I'm hoping
I put your food in your bowl.
the sun is out, but if the temperature just come up a little bit, I'm sure the snow will disappear.
Yeah, I'm looking at your screen behind you. Paul, you're muted.
I'm what?
Oh no, you're not. Okay.
I mean, I've been called a lot of things in my life, but mute isn't one of them. Here's the currently my conditions around the house here now.
Precious. There you go.
Yeah, that'll be gone by tonight.
Gets so cold, sometimes the controllers, the cameras have a hard time linking up.
Justin, I sent you that Snoop, Dr. Dre, and 50 Cent clip. I want to see that's Eminem in there too.
I don't think you did. Let me
Check your
double check.
messenger.
My little squirrel buddies are out there chasing their nuts around.
Oh, you fed him already?
Yeah, I threw out a bunch earlier, and gosh, it looks like they want some more. No buggers. Hang on a minute.
Hey, they trying to get big after that.
I swear them three are stupid as hell. Or them four fucking, they're all fucking dancing around in the thing, fucking doing the smoke out of the.
Okay.
Man.
That shit was too funny.
50 walked by and said something. He's like, that's a weird flex.
The dude said you only get one shot. 50 said, I've been shot 9 times.
Is that what he said? I couldn't understand what 50 said because he walked by.
Mhm. Yeah, dude
Oh,
said you
that-
only get one shot. 50 walk up beside him and said, shit, I've been shot 9 times. Dude said that's a weird flex.
Okay, the nuts are all out. Well, not all of them, but
Up, Curtis.
3, 4, 5 handfuls.
Curtis, what's good, family? How you doing today, man?
Hi, Curtis.
Curtis, how you doing? Are you feeling better? You lost your sense of smell, I think you said.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and he lost his dog too.
Are you serious?
He lost his
14-year-old
dog?
Yes, 14-year-old dog.
Oh,
That's
sad.
He said that he was talking about that yesterday when he was in there.
What happened? How'd he lose him? How'd you lose it, Curtis?
Old age,
Yeah, I think it was just
Oh.
old age.
Oh, that kind of loss.
14.
Yeah, that kind of.
After you've had him for 14 years, it's it's tough to let him go.
Sorry to
Oh,
hear
no.
that, man.
Well, when they start getting that age anyway, you kind of have to expect that's coming sooner than later.
Yeah,
Wait
you
a
might
minute.
expect it, but aren't hoping for it,
Oh, no.
What kind of dog you had, Curtis? Where is he? Is he in the U.S.?
Yeah, Curtis is in Washington.
Washington State out on the West Coast, yep.
In Washington State, okay.
Is he Washington
Somewhere
or
near
Oregon? Washington,
Somewhere
I
near
think.
Seattle, I think.
Yeah.
What kind of dog you had, Curtis?
Because he's not too far from Mount St. Helens. I think he said he's like 45 minutes or so away from
Yeah, I think on a clear day, you can see Mount St. Helens,
there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Yorkie. Okay.
Yorkie. Little bundle of joy.
Mm-hmm. Just so happens I got a little blue nose female pit bull for sale.
That was the one you said last night if you don't get attached to it, though.
Yeah, I'm hoping not to get attached to it. I'd rather find a home because I got 4 cats. And
How's he get along with the 4 cats?
But he's trying to figure them out, and they're looking at him like, okay, you're a dog, but you're a puppy, so we ain't gonna attack you, but we ain't trying to get too close to you neither.
Yeah.
Well, as a puppy, though, if you kept her, she would grow up to be used to them anyway. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't even think twice about those cats after so long.
Yeah, one of my females, time she seen him, she jumped down off the fish tank and went to go rush her, and I had to say, "Hey, don't you touch her! I'm gonna beat your ass." And she just looked at her and looked at me and looked at her and looked at me like, "Hey, what the fuck is this?"
There's a
What was-
stranger in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny was when I got Bo from the pound and I brought him home, I thought there was going to be an issue with the cats. Dude, he didn't even pay attention to him. He could care less about the cats.
Yeah.
They walked
Now, the
right
first-
past him. He just looked at him, was like, fuck, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the first one I had was like that. That was a little bully. She was thick. She was their size, but she was thick. So she would walk up to him, look him in the face, and be like, "Okay, I see you," and just walk away.
Bo
this
didn't.
one-
Yeah, Bo acted like they weren't even there.
Yeah, this one here is a little smaller.
Took my cat about 6 months to get
What's up,
used to the dog.
Hello, Donald.
Now she doesn't bother with it.
And
Okay.
Curtis says that he can not only see Mount St. Helens, he can see Mount Rainier too.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
after a couple of weeks, dude, animals don't give a shit anymore if they go around each other. It only
Yeah, you
takes-
get it when they're young. They'll learn to deal with each other.
It's like cats when you introduce cats to each other. They might hate each other for the first week or so, but then they don't give a shit anymore. Then they'll
Oh,
actually start playing around and stuff.
Not these two females I got. They ain't never liked each other from day one. They still don't like each other. They can't walk by each other without snarling and growling and hissing. I'd be like, y'all need to stop this.
Do they go outside a lot though?
Mm-hmm.
That may be why. I don't know. I don't know. My cats are all indoors. They don't go outside at all.
Well, they go in the back. Two of them don't go out the front door. Two of them go in the back. They stay within the privacy fence. The two males, they will venture out in the front yard. They run the streets.
Yeah, I don't let ours out because our cats aren't the type that will come back. They'll just fucking take off, be gone.
You'd be surprised.
No, our
Oh.
cats have gotten out before and they were gone for weeks at a time until we finally found them 10 houses down trying to get in somebody's house.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Well,
neighbor
still
knew,
there.
one of the neighbor kids knew it was our cat and came running down and told us. And they grabbed the cat real quick and then Sarah ran down there and grabbed her. But she was gone for weeks and weeks.
My cat disappeared for about 3 or 4 weeks when the dog came. But eventually she came back and they kind of got used to each other. Now I think the cat just tolerates the dog rather than.
Well, I don't think it's what they're growing up used to. If you were to have a puppy and a kitten, I think they would probably bond. But
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't know the difference. Yeah. Like the cat was 8 or 9 when we got the dog, and the dog was 8. So
hey, Justin, when are your kids doing spring break?
They already did that. They did that last week.
Oh, last week. Okay.
Or it was the week before last. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they've already done theirs.
The spring just started. Where's your favorite March? March, what is March?
you've had food.
Yeah.
Now.
Want something?
Joe said he'll be over in a little bit. He gets off of Johnny's panel. How was your birthday party yesterday, Donald? Do you want to? He was going to birthday party.
Hey, Donald.
One of his family members, I think.
Donald, what's good, family? Where you at? Come on up here.
Yeah, he wasn't on it. I don't think he came on any panels yesterday. He had a busy day yesterday.
Who, Donald?
Yeah,
No, he came
said-
on, I wanna say he came on pause yesterday for a hot minute.
I don't remember him on any panels
Yeah,
yesterday.
because he told us he was gonna go work on the buggy. He was on somebody's panel. He told him he was gonna go work on the buggy.
I thought that was the night
Okay.
before.
They came on
Oh,
Arts
yes,
last
they-
night.
Here's that launch.
I'm not watching other people's shows anymore.
Why not?
Just because I was trying to distance myself away from everybody else. I'm sticking to a couple particular shows, and that's it. Just from all the drama and shit.
Yeah.
What the? That's that looks like a space rocket.
Yeah,
Exactly what that looks like. Looks
I
like
feel
a
you, Justin, but they still gonna have to recognize us. Because we are part of the community. Whether you still fly drones. or
Oh,
not.
I know. I'm personally distancing myself though because I'd rather just not deal with all the drama at the moment. Nothing against anybody in particular. I just
Yeah, I feel you though. I feel you. People get in there and act like that too as much, and I feel the same way.
I'm just sticking pretty much to Laura and David's, mine, and here, and that's it. I'm not going in anybody's chats or anything like that. I might stop in and like lurk for a little bit and just check out and see what's going on, but that's about it.
See if anybody's slagging you off.
Yeah, I do that.
Is what it is.
I do that. I will play the shadows just to see what they talking about.
So what why
here it is. You're gonna get a better view of it. They
Oh,
launched
yeah.
it off of the back of a ship.
that's definitely a space rocket for like launching satellites and shit.
Be there shortly on Johnny's panel. Okay.
Ain't nobody beating SpaceX, so SpaceX is on the top right now. Them boys got some cool shit going on.
They ain't got no competition right now, do they?
Well, I'm just saying they have competition, but the amount of technology that they're employing in their spacecraft and everything else that they're making,
Yeah.
ain't nobody touching them right now. I mean, even the new spacesuits that they designed are fucking awesome looking. I mean, they're super thin. They're not all big and bulky like the old astronaut suits where, you know, they can barely move around and shit. Like the new ones are
Yeah.
almost like wearing a jumpsuit. I mean, very thin.
Okay. I ain't seen those yet. Look, I'll be glad when he finally get it right.
And then look who has the most experience launching right now too. I mean, fucking SpaceX is doing sometimes 2-3 launches a week. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody's you've never seen that many launches in that short amount of time before.
Right. Not even from NASA. Not even
No,
from
hell
NASA.
no. NASA, you were lucky to get one a year. Sometimes they went 2-3 years without launching.
Yeah,
anything.
that's what I was about to say. It'd be a couple of years in between sometime.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of experience that SpaceX is getting right now with all these launches, I mean, it's a lot of experience they're getting. A lot of knowledge too that they're learning. I mean, each space launch is more data and more understanding. And
I think them spacesuits they're wearing now, though, are only good while they're inside the craft. I can't see them going outside with all that pressure difference.
no, it's not the ones that they're using it right now. It's the ones they're designing. They're trying to design a spacesuit that's like that way you can be super mobility, you know, you don't have to be, because you look at the old spacesuits, like they were almost stiff, you know, and they could barely move.
Yeah.
No, they haven't used them yet. You're talking about the ones that they're using during the launches and stuff.
Hector,
Yeah.
Yeah. But even those are even better than the old ones. But it's the one that they're designing that they want to use once they start doing spacewalks and stuff like that. They're trying to design something that's super mobility, so you're not so, restricted in your movements and stuff.
Give me a Spartan suit.
I ain't gonna lie, the Spartan suits are badass looking.
Well, this is interesting. I'm gonna speak through this.
Back.
We were talking about this yesterday. The Black Hornet 3, also known as a personal reconnaissance system,
Mm.
palm
Oh.
size. Look at the price of it, $195,000. But here it is, the Black
No,
Hornet.
that's not real. That's just some Chinese knockoff they're trying to sell as it is that, but it ain't the real thing.
I mean, look at it. It comes with a controller and everything.
The real thing is military only. You ain't getting your hands on one of those.
Right.
I mean, that's like special forces shit.
Captain Joe is there.
Back. Sliding. Door.
Yeah.
That's interesting, though. One of you guys, if you were to buy that, I'd like to see it.
Yeah, it's definitely just they're trying to make it look like it, but it definitely ain't the real thing.
How much?
So-
$112?
$112.
It's probably not even worth that. It's probably like a $20 helicopter. Somebody's trying to resell some fucking Chinese knockoff shit.
Mm.
Because like I said, that's the type of shit like the Navy SEALs and shit are using. That's not even regular troops don't get their hands on shit like that.
What's it? Captain Drone in Canada's done a review on that. It's just a toy, basically.
Are you being serious? Or are you being a smart ass?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the helicopter's been out a while.
Okay. I was about to say, because that motherfucker doesn't, and I bet it was the best helicopter ever built too.
No, he does actually give his own opinions on them, I must admit. And he says, as a toy, it's good.
Everything's good though.
From Captain Drone, yeah, he got it. He gonna tell you listen. The key phrase, the best for your budget. Yeah,
It'd be like, don't waste your money on a $2,000 nitro helicopter. This is what you need.
There you go. Right, that's for you right there, Justin.
Yeah, I think they called it something like a spy helicopter or something like that.
Yeah, it's even got the headgear with it.
what's that? That's the Inspire.
Inspire, yep.
Yeah, but what's his name has like just I don't know. He's gotten to the point where people don't even take his reviews serious anymore.
Captain Drone,
Okay.
Steve.
Yeah, I would say
He took a short time out last year when his dad passed away.
because a lot of people every time he does a review, it seems like everybody's just doing nothing but laughing at it. Like it's almost like they think they're funny now.
Look,
Like,
yeah, you ain't lying. I
reviews-
showed this bust
he
out laughing.
reviews some nice looking stuff,
I used
to
to
be
watch
honest.
Captain Drone till okay, you remember EXO?
Yeah.
Okay, I was on point with EXO before they even hit the limelight. In fact, when I had found out about EXO, I literally asked a few of our well-known bloggers, yo, how come nobody ever did anything on EXO? And they was like, who? Nobody knew about it. So now, and this was before
Yeah,
I
it was
bought my Edge
Hudson. Marcus did some stuff on EXO.
Yeah, a few people did, but they didn't know what they was getting into, and they had to retract and do a re-review.
Mm.
But I literally hit their support to ask them, you know what I'm saying, about the specs and stuff of their drone. And the support tech that I was speaking to literally told me, you don't want this drone. Time he told me that I didn't question it no more. Because if you working for this company and you tell me I don't want this drone, I can't help but to take your word.
Well, it's just a Hubson with a different name on it.
Right. And
And
then Captain Drone went and did a review for EXO and tried to put it out there like EXO was just like the baddest thing coming. And right after that is when Dobo exposed EXO. And then the
Dobo had the kid that owned EXO.
right,
show.
yeah, he got the kid on a live stream and he picked him apart. But
Well,
Captain Drone still was back in EXO, so everybody was like, dude, are you serious? Like, we already done told you what the business is with them, and you're still sitting there pushing their products. So a lot of people lost their respect for Captain Drone behind that.
well, the thing is Hubson made good drones. The drones themselves weren't bad. It was just that fucking camera tilt. They could never get that horizon tilt fixed. Every single drone they came out with, they had the same fucking camera issue. And it's like, dude, how hard is it to nail down one issue and get it fixed? Like, it was literally just one issue. The drones flew fine. They were nice looking. They had good designs. It was just, it's
What,
like
the
they
EXO
had,
drone?
no, the
Yeah.
Hudson drones. They're the
Oh, the
Exos.
Hudson. Yeah.
Well, it's the
Well,
same thing.
Yeah, they just renamed it. EXO is Hubson. They just renamed them.
They renamed it so they could sell it in America because Hubson is not sold in America at all.
But that's the thing is like, it was like they had that one issue with the camera. The cameras weren't bad at all. I mean, they weren't that bad for what they were. It was just they could not get that horizon tilt fixed. Every fucking model they came out with, they had the same fucking issue. And it's like, as a company, if you can't nail down one technical issue on a product, you got a problem. Like, that should be easy for your technical like your technical side of your company should be able to nail down one problem. It's not like they had 130 different issues and they're trying to fix them all. They had one issue. And they just couldn't fix it, and people lost respect for them because of it.
And I think they were just enhanced Wi-Fi, so the range wasn't brilliant either.
Well, I mean, but for what you were paying for them, they weren't bad drones, though. I mean, they were on par with like a Mini 1, a Mini 2.
Yeah,
they weren't
but
bad.
They weren't as good stability-wise and range-wise as the Mini 2.
Like the Hubson Mini was a nice drone. It was a nice little drone, like I said, but it had the same issues as the other ones. It just had that fucking camera, that horizon tilt, and no matter what you did, you couldn't get it to work. You try to do a camera calibration, it wouldn't fix it. You would try to do software updates, it wouldn't fix it. So they became almost a laughing matter. Like every time they came out with a new drone, everybody was like, "Oh, let's go for the horizon tilt." Like it became almost a laughing stock.
Yeah, and then dude sold EXO and left a lot of people like with no way to.
What's up, Randy?
No way to replace or get their drones fixed or anything like that. That was crazy.
What's up, TJ?
Props, TJ. What's good, family?
Randy, TJ.
But yeah, it would have. Like I said, if you compare them to DJI, like when the Mavic 3 was having a whole bunch of different little issues, they did get them all fixed over time. They were able to get them all fixed. But it's pretty sad when a company has one problem and they can't even fix that one problem.
Yeah, true.
I seen you set up this morning, Props. Nice.
Cut. Do you have a Band-Aid?
How did you cut yourself?
Get AIDS that way. Do you have a Band-Aid?
How did you cut yourself?
I don't know, but it just happened.
Tim, your sweetheart is here.
Are we on live?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Randy, JDS got his buddy bought the same microphone as you did. He was looking for a good cheap mic, and I remembered that you got that one HyperX, and I recommended it to him, and he ended up getting it. Got a pretty good deal at Best Buy on it. It was an open box. I think he got it for like $25 or something. It was some little combo set or something.
That's cheap enough, isn't it?
Yeah, cause they're normally about 45, 50 bucks. Anywhere between 40 to 50, depending on when you get them. That wasn't a bad deal.
Anybody like to join the panel? Join on. It's up at the top.
Oh, you had to go get a 27-inch monitor?
Hey,
What's
TJ
that?
and Tim Jackson is on the panel too.
What's up, y'all?
There you go.
Tim, TJ.
Tired.
It's kind of late there, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah, blame it on Laura.
You got it?
It's Laura's fault.
The Bluetooth
Right.
device is ready to pair.
Okay.
He's blaming everything on Laura
Bluetooth
now because
device
of the
is connected
cat
successfully.
toy.
You going to work
Yep.
today?
You got a scissor? Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back and take a nap soon.
Oh, God.
So how's the cat doing with its new catnip toy?
Fucking going bonkers.
Silencio. Silencio el teléfono.
And cat came from Pet Cemetery, I swear.
The Pet Cemetery. That's funny.
Crazy.
Scissors.
No.
Scissors.
Ooh, is that what's the name I hear there, Trevor?
What is going on with this stupid thing?
Tell her I said, how you doing?
How are you doing?
Anybody use motion tracking suits? I'm thinking about getting one. I'm not sure what that
Never
is,
heard of
Curtis.
Never
Yeah.
heard of it. Is that like something like the blue screen or green screen thing?
Hey, Jonathan.
Power on.
They go your friend, Jim.
Oh,
Ready to pair.
Well, how
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
doing?
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
I think that's what it is, Tim.
You.
So,
You got Tim's attention, Jonathan.
Yeah, look, when I hollered she was here, that's what made him come on the panel.
Yep.
Tim woke up out of a dead sleep.
Shit.
Tracking suit.
Dead sleep. I heard somebody.
Is that like one of these things where
Oh
you
man, I love that fish tank.
settle animations and the thing follows your movements because of the suit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah. So it was what I said.
I've never used one of those. So. You gotta have some pretty.
CGI.
You have to have
Well,
like.
you're the only one on this place that can afford to
Yeah.
buy something like that.
Yeah, you gotta have CGI and all that crap.
I'm assuming you'd have to have specific cameras and shit for something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you'd have to have a really good use case for it too, unless you just want, unless you're just buying it to screw around with it.
Yeah.
Hallway.
Ding dong.
Whose alarm's going
Power
haywire?
on.
That's
Jonathan.
John.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
His alarms.
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
That's me. Anywhere you go in my house, it's gonna let you know.
You have just opened up the fridge. Shut the damn door.
It's mine. You can tell me. Silencio el teléfono. Silencio. No.
Right there where you're sitting at.
Silencio.
Oh, you don't have to have cameras; it just tracks your motion. Interesting.
Silencio el teléfono.
And facial movements. Yeah.
I mean, you buying it for something you're working on, or you just buying it just to play around with it?
The suit has like dots all over it, and they look pretty cool. You can see the suits on behind the scene. films.
Looks like people do a lot of cool shit with those Xbox motion.
What
The
is
Xbox, what is
Mhm.
it? I can't think of it now. It's the little bars that do all the tracking and shit.
Oh, look, it's fucking catnip dealer.
Does that mean Laura's in the chat?
Yeah. You knew who it was. Yeah.
She's
Right.
looking at herself in the mirror again.
Mhm.
Radio
Uh-huh.
mode. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Well, that's very nice, TJ. Very good.
See, I got this Bluetooth speaker. Maddie gave it to me, and he put the new speakers in, but they sound okay, but they're like really like quiet. So I got this Bluetooth speaker that he gave me. So I'm trying to. It says it's connected successfully, but I'm still not like getting sound out of it for some reason.
That's why he gave it to you.
Well, no, it works because I was just
Well,
on
you don't have
Johnny's
anything
show,
playing.
and
You
it
don't
was
have
it was
anything
working
playing.
fine. But then I don't know. I guess it only works when I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm
Yeah, why not?
Should work.
if I'm not on the panel or whatever. I mean, like the speakers that he installed, they work okay, but they're
Well, why don't you do one thing? Why don't you test it by muting yourself here?
all right. Let me see.
Go
How
into
much?
your settings on your on your laptop and tell it to send the sound to the Bluetooth speaker.
Whoa,
Sorry, I
Curtis,
just
those things are fucking expensive, bro.
what I meant by
Fucking couple grand.
turn on a video or something and see if the video comes through.
Damn, just the suit is for $2,000. The glove that goes with it's another 1,400.
Jesus.
And then let's see that doesn't say the price on the head thing. I see. Oh, hell, buy now.
Yeah, buy now, Justin. Yeah.
Down
Yeah,
in
and
the
then
down in the very bottom of your Zoom
Jesus.
speakers is your audio. The up arrow, you should be able to select which speakers it's using.
Well, he has to connect it. Did he connect it to his computer?
He said it's
Well, it said
connected.
it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then just the head rig for the suit is another 700. So you're looking at
Jesus.
about what, $4,200, $4,500? Fuck, that's expensive.
That's a lot of put hot sauce in our cat food. Has anybody ever put hot sauce in cat food?
Why would you do that?
I don't know, just for the fuck of it.
They probably wouldn't eat it, to be honest. You should probably smell
And
it.
and then Tim wants to know why the cat keeps scratching the shit out of him.
He comes in a catnip. That's why. Damn it.
It's hard to fool animals though because they have
Power
such a
on.
good sense of smell.
The Bluetooth
Yeah, they do.
device
An
is
animal
ready to
smells
pair.
that hot sauce, they're not going to get anywhere near it.
Yeah.
The
I
Bluetooth
don't know.
device is connected successfully.
My dog eats curry and chili.
Holy shit. I hate to see him the next day when he see his ass blow up.
You
Pretty much anything that I eat, she eats,
wake up
Jesus.
next
whether I
morning, a
like it
bunch
or
of
not.
creamy piles all over the floor.
See the lid of the cat litter box fucking blown off.
What's up, Lance? Laura.
What's up,
There it
Lance?
is.
Hey, Lance.
Yeah, why do you think I'm up, Laura?
Did
Shit.
the cat wake you up?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? 11
My
o'clock at
speaker to
night?
Zoom. The heck?
10 to 12 now.
Mm.
TJ,
What's
Mark,
up, Joe?
Jonathan, family, Justin, all that left.
What up, Joe?
And who else is it?
Hey here, dear.
I didn't say, did I say Tim? Tim.
What up?
Oh, TJ, I want to apologize to you.
What?
Because you sent those stickers a while back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get them.
Oh, you did get him.
I did get them, and I thought I told you in the chat I got them.
Oh, I
I
don't think I
said-
saw that because I know every
I said-
once in a while you said you haven't received them or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
what?
because you'd asked me if I received them, and I said, no, I thought you had just sent some. So I went looking back, and I've got them, and I found your address, and I tore off and stuck it on the thing.
Oh, nice.
I said, God, darn it.
So you do have my sticker.
Yeah.
Memory slipping there, Joe?
Yeah, see that coming.
It didn't slip that much, did it? Yeah, I got it.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Phantasm.
No, I did get some from TJ. Hold on. Oh, yeah, yesterday.
So you had to sort through your mail for a little bit. Be like, what?
When I came in, I put them in here.
Oh.
I had another one on my board.
Oh,
got
gotcha.
So I didn't need to put it on the board with all of this right here. All of this right here is extra stickers.
Oh, wow.
I got
I got
TJ's
a
up
couple
on
more
my
in there. I didn't get
toolbox.
out. That's it.
Man, that's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
never
stickers
got
right
it.
there.
I never got a TJ sticker.
I'll send one to you, Tim. Send me your address. I'll eventually get some more made when I get some more money because right now
It'd only be like a couple dollars to send it to Tim. It's not that expensive sending an envelope. It's when you start sending boxes, that's when it gets
Things that are
expensive.
heavy.
Yeah. Envelopes are relatively cheap. Like when I sent Matt and Tim those envelopes full of stickers, it only cost me like $7 or $8.
That's a
for the
premium
envelope.
sticker there, boy.
Oh,
You can't
that's
get 'em.
cool. I like that one.
I got
Captain
two
Drone.
of his. Captain Drone, what he did, it was Christmas a year ago. He put a little lottery on his show, one of his shows, saying it was sticker time, and he had 100 stickers to give out. That's what he was giving out, and he had to answer about 10 questions, and then you had to be the first 100 people. And I had answered the questions, and I was the first person who got in. And he asked me, he said, "You were the first person, what kind you want?" He had 4 different. And I got the square one, then I got the X. I wanted the X.
Yeah, I've got about 4 Captain Drone stickers.
And he's getting cheap with them now. He don't want to give them out. But that new sticker that I had made, the little one that goes on like plastic and glass and things, it came in dark, and they told me that they're not going to print another one until I proof it. So I had to send them a new file, and it told me something that didn't make sense. It's a 300 DPI file, and it's a 7-inch file, so it's a big file, like 29 megabytes. And they said when they downsized it, it went to 190 DPI, and that didn't make sense to me. That had to be some compression they did. So I went and made it smaller and made it 300 DPI. So if it's going to compress again, it'll be down to about 250. And so at least it'll be close to the 300 they want. And I lightened that joker up, and they said they said just send it to us. We'll send you a sample. So I got to wait till Wednesday to get a sample, because they gave me the credit back on 100 of them. So hopefully that'll work, and then I can find one, because I get 100 stickers for $29 through them. And I put it this way: if you take that sticker and you put it on, you say you get a white mug, and you put it on a white ceramic mug, that sticker will not come off. You got to scrape it off, and it comes off in pieces. It just completely bonds to it.
Your
That's the
mic
way
is
it's
off,
made.
Justin, if you're trying to talk.
You gotta use the Goo Gone.
Oh yeah, that'll get it off eventually,
Yeah,
but you got to work to
soak
get it
in
off. But it's made, and it's not like a regular sticker. It's on a sheet. You got the 100 of them on a sheet, like 8 across. So you got to cut it off, and it's got a film on the top, and it's got the backing. And the key to it is, I was asking Johnny, he said, cut it right as close to it as you can, and then you take the backing off, put it where you want, get it stuck where you want, push it down like a credit card, make sure you got all the air out of it. Then you peel the other piece off, and that sucker don't move. It's like bonded to it. So it's a little different the way it works, but I mean, gee, for For 29 cents a piece, I could deal with that.
I would still take those ones that you got though and say, just give them to Johnny, let him take them down to the drum meet up and just give them out. They're still,
Yeah,
they're
they
not
don't
that
look that
bad.
good. I don't think they look good enough.
I don't know. I don't think they're that bad looking. I mean, you gotta do something with them if you're not gonna, you at least give them out and get them out to people.
I might bring them outside to see what it look like in the sun.
Well,
That
like I
might be a
said,
whole different story.
Go around to all the gas stations, start slapping them on the windows. Put them on the, all over the gas pumps.
Well, I could always go out to the lakefront, and when they got, like yesterday, they had a Corvette. They were showing Corvettes out there. I could always stick a few on a Corvette.
Oh, I'm sure they appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, they'll appreciate that, yeah.
I'm sure I'd be kind of chased or killed or something.
I remember down here in Florida, people were putting those Biden stickers all over the gas pumps. Oh my God, dude, the
Oh
gas.
yeah, like the ones that are like that were like pointing like, look what Biden did or whatever.
Yeah, and it was pointing at the gas prices. Dude, the gas stations were getting so pissed because they were having to go out there and scrape stickers off. And they started threatening to take legal action to people that are putting them on the gas pumps. Because you go to the gas station, every fucking gas pump would have like 100 of them on there.
See, it just looks dark to me.
That's not that bad.
They had
What are you
those
going to do
stickers
with
over
them
here.
if you're not going to give them out?
They had the Joe Biden stickers
Right.
over here on petrol pumps.
Oh, I think I still got. I think I still got one. Let me see. Because I did say I even sent one to Matt. I thought I didn't. I send one to you too, Tim.
I think so. Yeah.
Shut up.
I did send them out to some people that I had because somebody gave me a whole bunch of them.
I
Not
saw
too
that
long ago.
comment that Mark put on that.
Oh yeah, the timestamp he put on there.
Part 2.
And that's with a brighter light. It looks a lot better in a brighter light, don't it?
I think they look fine
I mean,
myself.
yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah, but if you hold it like right here, I can't see the flyer in blue.
That might just
It
be
could
your
be just
eyes.
the lighting in here.
That could be your old. That could be your old man eyes. Look at his face.
He's gonna throw something at you, very sure. Oh, he's getting the big one now. Okay, though.
His old man.
His old eyes.
I'm not gonna. I shouldn't have done that because you might be right. I'll admit that. But I tell you, if it wouldn't be for autofocus in my camera, I probably couldn't take pictures anymore.
Hey, Tim, I had to get my morning medication.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's great.
He's got his
Yep. Yeah, that'll work.
I agree.
That'll help your blood sugar. Oh, here we go.
Hey, Paul, I got a doctor's
Funny.
appointment Tuesday morning, right?
That's pretty
And
good.
this is the doctor I go to on Tuesday.
You might have to give
and
TK a
prescribed
minute.
Ozempic for my blood sugar.
That's
And my blood
funny.
sugar went up.
Your blood sugar went up?
Yeah, my A1C went from 6.3 to 6.6. So now I got to go talk to him, and he's the one that the first day he ever saw me. The first day, the first day he ever told me, he asked me why I had a cane. I was using a cane with my
Okay,
knee.
TJ.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I had a
god.
cane with my knee, and he told me you're using a cane because you're fat.
That's funny.
So he's like, he doesn't pull any punches. Now TJ got to run out and buy donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. I gotta buy one of those monkeys again. I want to get it off of Amazon. It's sitting on my desk. Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, those are the best. The Boston cream filled ones. Those are so good.
But TJ, guess what I'm printing?
What are you printing?
I'm printing a Apple
Wait.
AirTag case.
Oh, nice. There you go.
I'm printing
Heck
a little
yeah.
small one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm
Nice.
going to get the Velcro and put it on top of the Mavic 3 and the Air 2S I have, so that I can switch them back and forth.
Sweet. Oh yeah.
That is a
That's
good
That's
idea.
a good idea. I want to do that. I need to buy a couple of AirTags. Well, how
Those
much
things
is
are
one?
expensive.
One would be like $50, $60 something, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
they're
cheaper
not
to
that
buy a 3-pack.
expensive. They're
Up,
not
Chris?
that expensive.
How you doing?
Surprisingly, being Apple, you think it'd be like $400 for one.
Yeah. What's up, Wedgeworth?
It's actually one of the few things Apple sells that's not badly priced.
Hey, they got a 4-pack for $82.
Yeah, it's not
Oh
bad.
shit.
About $20 a pop.
Yeah, $24 a piece.
Yeah.
And a 4-pack's not bad for $82. It lists at $99. It's on sale.
Samsung also has a version of theirs too that they have like that.
Hey, TJ, what you do is you buy the 4-pack and you put one on you, one on your underwear, you know, so.
Yeah. That's funny. One on my underwear.
What's up, Chris?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wedgeworth.
Oh, Randy, it got so bad down here that, like I said, the gas stations were threatening to start taking legal action for saying that people were destroying their gas pumps because you go there and there'd be like 100 of them all over the gas pump. They were getting so pissed about that.
Yeah, they had them over here too.
Nice little cute sizes, man.
Oh, look at the little
Oh, look at the
puppy.
little puppy.
Oh. Is that your new addition to the family, Jonathan?
No, he's trying to sell her.
I'm hoping not.
Did you take it?
You're getting
Where'd you get him?
attached to it.
She keep doing
Where'd you
stuff
get
like
him
this.
from?
Her.
Or where'd you get her from?
You should know by now my neighbor breeds dogs. Every time he gets too many of them, he'll give me one because I keep an eye on him.
That's a good looking pup.
Oh.
He's getting attached. You're getting attached.
Yeah, if I don't get it in the next 5 days, I'm gonna be stuck.
Yep.
How do the cats feel about him?
They're curious, but they know she's a baby, so they're not attacking her.
Oh.
He's
What's
a
her
good
name?
looker. He's a good looking.
Say hello, mama.
Hey.
Did you take the?
Hey.
Hi
Hey,
there.
what you doing, little baby? What you doing?
They tell me you took it.
What's her name?
I haven't named her yet. Trying not to have to name them. Trying to get somebody else to name them.
Oh, there you go.
Lullaby.
What you do?
Lullaby. That's that gorilla from
That's my dad.
what the heck?
That's my
That's
dad,
my
TJ.
dad.
That's his daddy.
That's my dad, TJ.
Oh my god. You know.
That's
Take
funny.
it?
It's his dad.
Oh, look, Mark with his New York Yankees beanie.
Oh, Mark's going baseball.
I don't know what you did, woman.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You took it.
Oh,
It's a
Lord.
New York something.
That's New York Yankees
Mm.
baseball team. They got probably one of the most recognizable logos.
Yeah. It's a bit on the chilly side outside, so I put me hat on.
Waypoint says that's a beautiful puppy dog, Jonathan, in case you're listening. And he hopes that you hang on to him.
Trying to act all tough, man. Get out of here.
It's a
And
Oh,
the
that
TJ
hurt
was
very well.
$90.21 for 4.
I know.
What?
Yeah, Apple AirTag, $90.21 for 4, and it'll be here tomorrow.
All
Nice.
right.
Heck
That's
yeah.
the cheapest I found them.
Where's that, on Amazon?
Yeah, because who was it? It was Al that did it, right? Al had the AirTag on top of the Mavic 3, and he put it in a little case and Velcroed it to the top. And hey, I could understand the point. If the battery dies, you need to try to still find it if you have to find it.
There's Justin's little Chewini.
Yep.
I've got an AirTag in my Mini 3 case, and I've got an AirTag on my dog's collar and an AirTag on my cat's collar.
I'm
Well,
gonna put an AirTag on me so I can find myself.
the reason Tim is divorced is his ex-wives used to always put AirTags on him and it didn't work.
In fact,
Oh my god.
he's
Yeah.
got an AirTag
Yeah.
hidden away inside the BMW as well.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's pretty good.
What they did when I was asleep, I didn't know.
Hey, Joe, is
He'd
that
wake up in the
a
morning with a little cut behind his ear and he couldn't figure out what it was. A little bump there right there. It was an AirTag.
Yeah, right.
Is that a 3D printed chessboard you printed there on your
Yeah.
desk?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, all the
Heck yeah.
pieces and all the inserts and the board. The total print time for the whole thing was about 13 hours.
Wow.
But that's everything.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
And if I'd have been using my head, I'd have had the red, white, and blue,
Yep.
and I could have had all the inserts in white. But I said, that's more like north against the south,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue and
Okay.
gray.
How much did that cost you on Etsy?
I'm not gonna turn around.
That's yeah.
Like duck you, man.
Hey,
Ducky.
Ducky.
Oh, dude, I
Ducky.
hate when my phone does that. It autocorrects to ducking. I'll be like, ducking you.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like, damn it.
Well, who was it? Somebody has a duck quacking as an alarm on their phone.
Me.
Oh,
you
How
know
old is
that
the puppy?
Yeah, when it
Waypoint?
sends messages, it sounds like a duck.
I think
quack,
he's,
quack.
you know
he
I
said
told
like
you
8 or
that my
10
little
weeks.
cats, when they were kittens, used to run up the willow tree to the top and back down again. Right. It might not show up too well because sun's right behind the tree, but that's the tree.
At least they came back down.
Yeah. It's about 55, 60 foot tall.
Cats are crazy.
I think
Good
he said
call.
it was like 6 to 10 weeks, somewhere in there, Waypoint. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think it was 6 or 8 weeks old, wasn't it? That puppy
Yeah,
dog.
something like that.
They're not supposed to leave the mother till they're 6 to 8 weeks.
What's the temperature where you're at right now, Mark?
10 degrees centigrade. About
Is that cold?
42-ish.
That's pretty cold, ain't it?
40 some degrees.
It's not warm, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Not as cold as it was yesterday. It was only 3 degrees yesterday.
Shoot,
But
forgot about
spring
that.
is supposed to be
God.
starting.
See, now I'm mad. I forgot about that. I forgot. I gotta go to that banquet at 3:00. And they got that parade in Metairie I wanted to go to today. It starts at noon. Ain't gonna happen.
What kind of parade?
It's an Italian American parade. Because they got the Mandy Milkshakers that'll be dancing in it. I was gonna go get pictures
Oh,
of
there you
them.
go.
And
That's cool.
yeah, there they go. They're showing them on TV doing their little throwing around their green stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Don't clip that.
Uh,
But I would go out there if I didn't have to go for 3:00. You know, and I got to go to the award ceremony because I got their video to put up, and I got their pictures they got to have, and they're gonna probably give me $100 gift card to Outback or something like they always do.
There's
So I'm gonna
me,
get my $100.
Boston Bruins.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I hate when people give you gift cards for a place that's like super expensive and they give you like $10. Like the fuck am I
I'd
supposed
rather,
to
you know
do?
what, I'd rather Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, like what am I gonna what am
They're
I
like,
gonna
"Hey."
what am I supposed to get like a damn
Yeah, they'll be like, here's a gift
appetizer?
card. Yeah, they'll be like, here's a gift card for Red Lobster for $5. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah,
They
right.
even cover the tip.
They'll get
I'd
you a
leave it.
biscuit.
That'll be a tip. You go there and give them that for a tip.
Some
But
places
but
will
both,
let you do that. They'll trade it in for cash. And like I've done that before where the waitress was able to take the gift card and then they would exchange it for cash at the register.
yeah. Yeah, so the girls are tomorrow and the boys are today, basketball. So both teams usually give me $100 gift card. Some of them, they used to give me the Visa $100 gift card, so I could just use it. Now they've been giving me like Outback or some restaurant.
Watch them give it to us some vegan restaurant or some shit.
I'll sell that joke. So Outback's not bad for $100. I can go there 3 times.
Oh, for
Get
you,
like
for one person? Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I could get a to-go order, like 3 of them at Outback, and get 3 good sandwiches out of it. 3 good burgers. and 3 good
$100 would
something.
probably cover about 3 people eating with drinks and
Yeah.
everything. If you
If
were
they
to
give
go
it to
there.
Even
me at, go ahead.
even like Ruth Chris's Steakhouse, that's a pretty expensive place.
Dude, Ruth's Chris is off the wall expensive, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've been there 2
Yeah.
or 3 times. That place is fucking expensive. We went
Yeah.
there, we went there 3 years in a row for Christmas parties. And
Yeah.
one of the doctors rented out one of the private dining areas. And by the time it was all said and done, dude, the bill was like 12 or 15 grand.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Years
Good
back when I worked in a
night.
mortgage company, we had 2 of the main guys come down from corporate. So we went to Ruth's Chris, and there was 12 of us with our wives. So there was I think there was about 18 people with the wives, or maybe 20 people with the wives. And then those 2, so it was about 25 people total that were there. And we had to just order what you want. And they said, order drinks. You know, so we ordered alcohol. You could have a drink, you know, if you wanted one. And corporate picked that thing up. And I saw that bill when it passed me. And that bill when it passed me was sitting at about it was like $14,000 to $15,000.
Yeah, it's expensive. Just for 2 people to go there, you'd probably spend $400 easy.
Yeah.
I went there and the one in Orlando is really nice. It has they actually have like 4 or 5 private dining areas, and you go in there and they got it's like a table you would see like in in a film where you would see like in a big castle, you know? And they got this big long tables inside there, and they're actually closed off from the rest of the dining area. They actually have these big swinging doors that close and everything. And you get you get 2 private waitresses that come in and do just your table. And that table could probably fit 25, 30 people around it comfortably. And yeah, when we went in there, and what was funny is the last time we went in there, they didn't meet the minimum because you have to actually meet a minimum amount
of money for a party like that in the private dining area. And the doctor had to order 2 bottles of wine that were like $200 a piece to meet the minimum.
Oh God.
Because we were we were like $400 and some change under the minimum amount that they were allowed to spend. And so they ended up ordering a couple bottles of wine that were like $200 to take home with them.
Wow. I'll tell you the best part. One of the guys came in there and he was sitting across from us. and he ordered he had the potatoes au gratin, and he had something else like green beans, and he ordered the filet, like a 6-ounce filet or something like this. So he gets the thing, and he comes to him, everybody's sitting there properly eating, and he gets it and he slices it all up and everything. And he looks at the waitress and he says, "Can I get some ketchup?" And we just looked at him. He got ketchup and doused it all over that steak.
Oh, gross.
And Ruth's Chris. I said, man.
Ew,
And
that's kind of
they
disgusting.
actually are known too that they only carry, was it like the top 1 or 2% of beef cuts?
Oh yeah.
Like they have to be like the very best beef cuts that are available. And
Trying to
they
remember what her
actually,
last name was. But Ruth, she's
Later,
from New
Tim.
Orleans. From New Orleans.
Later,
And
Tim.
her first restaurant
Hi,
was
Tim.
on Broad Street, New Orleans.
Good night.
Night. Her first restaurant was in New Orleans on Broad Street. And if you went to that restaurant, every once in a while, she'd be in there and she'd walk around and talk to everybody. And the best part about it is that she'd be talking to you, and if she got into a real good conversation with you, you never got a bill. They just kill the bill. You know, she'd pay for it.
Sup,
Yeah,
Joel?
and at Ruth's Chris, there's no prices on the menu, by the way, neither, if anybody
Oh
goes
yeah, they don't do that.
there. They don't put prices on any of the food. I got a 12-ounce sirloin, I think it was. The last time I went, oh, it was so good. And then their bar, dude, they make some of the best mixed drinks. I got
Yeah.
Coke I was drinking rum and Coke. And I don't know what kind of rum they were using, but it was so good. And they put a little lime wedge in there. Oh, it was really good.
That was that Pirates from the Caribbean rum. Some of that
What's
Jack
that?
Sparrow rum.
Cuba Libre, something like that. Is that what? That's what they call rum and coke in it over there or something.
They just call it rum and Coke. I don't know what the actual. I'm sure there's a technical bar term for it, but I don't know what it's called. But it's just basically rum and Coca-Cola.
There's a technical.
Well,
There's a technical term for rum and Coke.
Every drink has like a technical term that a professional bartender would know what it is. Because you do actually have professional bartenders that go to school and stuff, like they really go to a lot of schooling for that.
Yeah, it has a cocktail.
If you like,
yeah.
I mean, if you didn't know what the technical term was, you could just like walk up to the bar and be like, "Hey, give me a rum and Coke," and you know the bartenders would know like what.
Oh yeah,
what you were
but I'm
talking
saying
about.
they know what you're talking about. But like I said, every drink does have like a specific actual name that they would.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But if you order a cocktail, a Cuba Libre, all you get is rum and Coke, basically.
But if you go up to a bartender and describe a drink and what's in it, they'd be able to tell you exactly what it's called. A real bartender, one that really knows their shit.
Yeah.
They would be able to tell you exactly what it's called. And then there's some places.
And they also have like the menu of all the drinks that they have too. So.
But around the country too, they may have the same drink but call it 2 different names. I mean, it depends.
You know, Justin, my son, and Brittany, both of them were bartenders over at Walk On. So if you ever want to know what a drink is, I usually ask them what's in it, and they tell me.
Because there's people that get hired off the street that bartend that really don't know what they're doing, but the real bartenders, the ones that actually went to school for it, yeah, those are the good ones that really know how to do shit. Those are the ones you'll see working in restaurants and shit. Cause they'll actually make really good money. I think those waitresses, dude, the two waitresses in our private dining area, I want to say they walked away with like a $600 or $800 tip by the time it was all said and done. Like them
Yeah, they used to
waitresses
make
make some
good
damn
tips.
money. Oh yeah, them waitresses that Ruth's Chris, dude, they could easily walk away with $1,000 a night.
Damn.
And I'll tell you what, dude, you'll pull up in there like you could pull up in that place in a brand new like Honda Civic or something, right? And you'll feel like a piece of poor shit when you pull up in there because everybody else pulling up in there in Ferraris and Porsches and shit.
Lamborghinis.
Yeah. You could have like a brand new fucking just, like I said, like a Honda Civic or a Honda CRV or something like that, and you'll just feel like a poor piece of shit when you pull up in there.
My
Like
daughter used to average
almost almost like on
around
the movie The
$400 on a
Mask.
bandit.
No, but I was like almost like in that the movie The Mask when he goes into the club and he pulls into the place with that old busted up like piece of shit car or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. When you pull up in a Roost, Chris, you could be in a nice, what you would consider a really nice new vehicle, and you'll just feel like a piece of crap because then the next three cars that come pulling up behind you are $200,000 Ferraris and shit. And you're like,
yeah.
Well, Justin, don't feel bad.
Corey,
I
what's
got
up,
that,
Corey?
I got that Santa Fe, right? I'll go to Mandeville High School and all the students are driving Porsche, Mercedes, BMWs, and I got a Santa Fe.
yeah, it's because the parents buy that shit for them.
Yeah,
I love
I got
the
a school
parents.
with money.
Oh, that's a hell of a nice puppy right there.
I love the parents that go out and buy their kid a Hellcat, and they're like, I don't know how he wrapped it around the telephone pole.
Hey, Jonathan, the family resemblance is great.
What the fuck you doing buying your kid a car? You should really buy your kid a safe, slow vehicle that's not really designed to be racing.
Yeah.
Because they will. They'll go out and buy their kids like ridiculously fast cars, and then they wonder why they get in wrecks with them. I'm like, you're a fucking moron. They did that. What's up, Corey?
My son Justin with his police car, his Hellcat. He needs a safer car too. Because last night I heard him sum up last night when he got off at midnight.
Yeah.
I heard him drive up, and then I heard a door, and then I heard the door close again, and he didn't come in. Came in about an hour later. I said, "How long you been downstairs?" And he says, "No." He said, "I started to pull in, and they had a pursuit, so I turned around and went."
What's up, Joe?
Hey, guys.
So,
Let's see what Randy
Hey,
said. He
Joe.
said. Randy said, I pull up at McDonald's in my new Explorer around here, and it makes me feel like I'm driving a G-Wagon or a Range Rover. Range Rovers are really, man, those are some nice cars, but yeah, man, they have some horrible, dude. Everybody I've known that's ever had a Range Rover has had nothing but issues with those cars. Constant fucking maintenance.
Range Rovers are quite popular as an expensive SUV around here.
Yeah, they are here too, but like I said, everybody I've known that's ever had one has had nothing but problems with them.
The guy at the end of the street's got one.
Well, if anything, Randy, the best thing to do with the kid is if they're working and saving their money, it doesn't hurt if you're helping them buy a car, like if you're going to match what they're saving. I think that's a good thing to do because it gives them a goal, right? If you say you save 2,000, I'll put 2,000 in to get you a car. I think that's good because then they'll work and they'll save their money. And it's a way to help them, but then they're learning at the same time, right? Because it gives them a goal to try to reach, right?
All youngsters need is a run around for at least a year or so for them to get used to driving cars on the road properly before they get anything that's worth anything.
Because like I told Kelsey, like we went out, I took Kelsey out yesterday over at the mall and we went driving around and I let her drive the car around and was teaching her. She didn't do too bad. Her main problem was she was just taking corners way too fucking wide. And so I was working with her, trying to get her to teach her how to take a corner a little tighter, but she didn't do too bad for her first time. There's a main road that goes on the outskirts of the entire mall. It's a little 2-lane road. And we drove around in the parking lot, went around a bunch of islands because there was big empty spaces out there. And she practiced going around the little islands and all that and everything. And then we went out on the main road and just drove around the mall a couple times.
Is
And
it an
she didn't do
auto?
too bad. Do what?
Is it an auto?
Automatic?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the US, you're hard pressed to find a stick shift anymore unless you buy an older car. They don't really make a lot of stick shifts anymore. You might
Stick
find
shift
one.
for me was like when I was learning how to drive, like I did a stick shift. It was kind of hard for me to do stick shift.
Like I told Kelsey though, I said, if you want to start driving, then I was like, then if you decide to get a job or whatever, I was like, if you save up some money, I said, I'll help you out then, but I'm not just going to go out and buy you a damn car. I said, but if you save up a couple grand, I'll throw a couple grand in on it and we'll go look for a nice car for you. A nice little decent older car.
Over here, if you pass your test in an automatic, you're not allowed to drive a manual car.
Well, like I said, over here, like I said, you'd be hard pressed to find a manual anymore. It's 99% of cars now are built automatic now. Like some of the higher end, like I said, you could get like a Hellcat as a manual if you wanted. You'd have to order it. There's some of those cars, those type of vehicles you can still get in stick shift, but even a lot of those come automatic. If you go to a Dodge dealer and you want a Hellcat that's stick, and most of the time you have to order it. They'll have to order it for you.
Mm-hmm. And automatics actually use more petrol than a manual as well.
Exactly, Randy. That's what I was saying.
Because of the way they take the gear changes.
Yeah, it's mainly this, like Randy said, it's mainly sports cars you find stick shifts anymore. Now, if you go out and buy like a 1990 S10 Chevy S10 or something like that, you get a stick shift.
Here, most of the cars are manual.
Even in Australia, like Dominic was saying, even in Australia, almost all the cars now are coming automatic. They're slowly fading out the stick shifts.
I think out of the 8 or 9 cars I've had, only 3 of them have been automatics.
I like driving stick shift, but at the same time, it's hard to eat when you're driving a stick shift going down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to eat that hamburger from McDonald's and you're fucking trying to shift and shit.
There's a point somewhere.
Takes some skill to do that.
You try eating while you're driving over here and you soon get pulled up.
That's funny.
At least in automatic, you can kind of put it in, you can just press the gas and you can sit there and be eating your burger while you're going down the road.
They even start moaning nowadays about you smoking while you're driving because, I've got both hands on the wheels at all time.
Actually, I think here in Florida now, I think it's illegal to smoke if you have kids in the car now. I think.
Is it?
I think they switched that a year or two ago. Yeah, I don't, if they see you smoking with an underage kid in the car, you can get in trouble for that. I remember back in the day riding with my dad, he'd fucking have the window cracked.
I was following somebody the other day. She was ahead of me, and we went for at least 3 miles. Her hand was out the window with a cigarette, and she ain't never took one puff. She was just burning it in the wind.
That's expensive now.
Well, you can't fix stupid sometimes.
Oh, there's nothing worse than when you're going down the road and fucking you throw your cigarette out the window and the bitch comes back in the window. You're like, oh, fucking, you're trying to find it while you're going down the road. I've had a couple that I know came back in the window and I never did find them. Thank God the car didn't burn down.
Yeah.
You got your back window open, throw it out the front and go through the back. Hit you on the
Yeah,
back of the neck.
You have to have the window wound down a bit to be able to throw a cigarette out.
I think that's kind of lumped in there, Corey, too. I don't know about vaping. I'm pretty sure that's probably lumped in there with that. I think it's just smoking in general. They don't like it with kids in the car.
Well, come to think of it now, if they catch you throwing your cigarette out of the window of your car while you're driving, they can actually do you for littering now.
A lot of places around here can do that too. It's whether the cop wants to enforce that or not.
Mm.
This is the thing, like cops, most cops work 12-hour shifts, and then a lot of times they get stuck doing 2 or 3 hours of paperwork after that shift. So, sometimes they don't want to write tickets for stupid shit like that because that's extra work they have to do. Like when I got that speeding ticket a couple years ago, I went to the courthouse to pay it, and it wasn't in the system. And she said, she goes, this happens all the time. She goes, what happens is normally the cops at the end of the day, they'll go through their tickets for the day and they'll decide, you know what, this one wasn't that bad, and because they don't want to have to sit and do the paperwork on it. So they'll be like, oh, that one wasn't that bad, so I'm not going to do that one, and they'll crumble it up and throw it in the trash. And I think that's what happened with mine, because she said, I was all afraid that I was going to get a warrant out for my arrest if I didn't, she was like, no, if it ever comes up, she goes, we'll just give you a call or we'll send you a letter in the mail. She goes, that happens all the time. People come in to pay the tickets, a little speeding ticket, and the cop just never put it in the system because they decided they didn't want to do it. So I think it is, they just write up a bunch of tickets for the day and then they'll go through them and be like, yep, yeah, that one wasn't that bad. And they'll toss it. At least that's what she told me they do. So, which makes sense. I mean, like I said,
yeah,
they don't want to get stuck doing 2-3 hours of paperwork after their 12-hour shift.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna get some stuff done around here.
All right. Let's catch you later, TJ.
Hey,
Okay.
don't forget to put your air tag on.
Okay. Y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all later.
This is like a week of just everybody that normally doesn't come on the panels coming on the panel. How you been, Joel?
Hey, man. You guys hear and see me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Wasn't sure if I was on or not.
Oh, it's all good.
Awesome. All right. How you guys doing there today?
Oh, good.
Cold.
Fine.
Yeah. It's chilly one this morning.
Mm.
I think Mark's setting a trend this week.
Yeah.
Mark is doing his impression of what it's like to be swimming with the fishes.
Aye.
What's up, Michael?
Michael, cool cat. How you doing?
Hey, cool cat.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah, I figured I'd hop on for a few.
Yeah, well, it's always good to have you. It's just today is kind of like Justin was just saying. It's we've got a lot of people here that might peruse the chat a little bit, but we're glad to have them come on the channel, come on the panel.
It's always good to see what somebody actually looks like after chatting to them for ages.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's been people who have been in the chat for ever since I've been around 3 years or so, and never seen them or talked to them. That was like Mr. JRC. He came on our panel one night randomly. Never been on a panel before, and he decided to pop in to talk to Tim for a few minutes. But he's been around for a long time.
JRC, that's another John in it, I think.
Yeah, John, yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure if my internet would handle it or not. I'm running through my hotspot on my phone.
Oh, it's
No,
doing
you're
great.
very clear. Yeah,
That's cool.
You're not
That's cool.
lagging or anything. So where you live about? you don't mind me asking.
Oh, about 2.5 hours northwest of Paul.
Oh, okay. You're in Michigan there.
I would have thought that'd have been in Canada.
No, not west. He'd be north if he was in
You
Canada.
said northwest.
Oh, you said northwest?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said west. Okay.
Yep.
So you're in Canada?
No. Kind of the middle of the mitten.
Okay.
Kind of in between West Branch, Holton Lake.
My parents used to have a house in West Branch. Actually, St. Helen.
Yep, Paul, I live not too far from St. Helens, about 20 minutes.
Well, you know where that marathon station is right there on the main drag?
I do, yeah.
You make a right-hand turn there, you go up a hill, and then it goes down into a residential area, and then it dead ends into the state land.
Yeah.
My
I know
dad,
exactly
my
what you're
dad
talking
had a
about.
house right there on the right-hand side as you went into state land and backed up to the state land.
Gotcha. Yeah, nice.
Was that the one your brother ended up getting?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
my so-called brother, yes.
Oh, here comes Matt. Everybody hold your horses.
Hey, Matt. Matt the man is here.
Oh, never mind. He
Matt the
dropped
man
out.
is gone.
Yeah, he couldn't take the heat. It's all right.
They couldn't take the heat. He's going to give it a second try.
He's the same time as Tim, innit? So it's just after midnight.
Oh, if he's up this late, he's drinking.
Shut up.
Well, it's good to have you here, Matt. Say hello to Joel. He hasn't been on here at all much. And, of course, Mark White.
Mark, how are you, mate? Joel, Mr.
Matt.
Sky.
How are you, my friend?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. I've seen you in the chat quite a few times, mate.
Yes,
Good
sir.
Oh, well done, man. Good on you. Nice to meet you.
And, of course, your good buddy Justin's here throwing arrows.
Never said anything about Matt.
Not when he can hear, anyway.
Oh, you missed it. Tim was in here earlier.
Yeah. Oh, damn, I missed it. Oh, well.
I think it was timing.
I think Tim can sense when Matt's coming. He's like he's near.
Yeah, he goes to that chihuahua in the corner again, shaking. Yeah. I haven't spoken to Tim for a while, actually. I missed out on my Sunday morning scooter ride. I was going to jump on Paul's, but anyway.
What happened?
A mate came over yesterday, and I was cleaning out my shed because he had a business and it went ass up, and he had a lot of his stuff that was in my shed.
Oh, he finally came and got that?
Yeah.
I remember 2 years. Yeah, I remember like 2 years ago you were talking about that.
Yeah, so he's picking his shit up, right? So anyway.
7 years later.
Yeah, well, it's about that, eh? So we had a few beers and shit like that, and he went home and he rang me about an hour later and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just having a couple of drinks." And he goes, "I'm coming over." So we stayed up until about 2 o'clock or whatever it was, watching something on Prime. Can't remember what it was. Anyway, so we got a bit ugly. But anyway, so I woke up a little bit late, so I missed out on my coffee. Damn. Anyway.
What are you
Did you see
drinking
what
now?
Laura put in the chat there, Justin?
Oh yeah, Justin, did you forget to message Zoom and get Matt blocked again?
Get Matt Black. What is that? How do you pronounce that?
Casabella?
Delicious.
Casabel?
Hey.
It's
34%.
Yeah, it's not real strong, but when you've had half a bottle, it is. But anyway, it's tequila with a coffee liqueur.
Oh.
Ugh. That's the little finger one. So
Oh yeah, you got to drink fancy.
What's
mhm.
that like? So it's got like Tia Maria in it.
No, it's got tequila in it, mate. Tequila.
Yeah, I know the coffee liqueur. I mean, will be like Tia Maria.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Tia Maria. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's oh man, it's really nice. Anyway. Oh, Laura, right? Okay, yeah, I just saw that. She's another one that's too scared to come on face me.
I was watching the 60 Minutes thing earlier. You guys were out there doing the rim pack exercises, Matt. Australia was. You
What were we
guys
doing?
launched your very first hypersonic missile off one of your ships.
Oh, yeah, the first one that's been televised. Yes. I did that not long ago with my Mavic 3. I wanted to get some footage.
For fuck's sake.
What, just
Well,
fell backwards into the sea?
Well, no, I upgraded it because I just opened it up and did a few things and actually showed Sean how to do it. He might do it on one of his FP, you know, those pissy ones he flies, those slow ones he's got a lot faster. Six says.
Yeah, Matt only runs 12S in his drones.
It's my watch, mate.
You been flying your FPV drones?
I got 12S on each motor, mate.
Oh, for
yeah,
fuck's sake.
Absolutely. I love it, man. It's really good. And it was a bit rainy today. I was going to go out for another ride today, but I didn't do it because it was pissing down. I'm actually going to put a video up. It's downloading now onto YouTube. Look, I don't know.
A lot of these guys are starting to go to FPV. Rod's pretty much flying nothing but FPV. So is I guess didn't Joe say that Johnny Drone Flyer is like buying a bunch of FPVs now, bunch of FPV quads now.
Well, he's flying his Avata in manual.
I think he got some FPV quads though, didn't he?
I don't know.
Pretty sure Joe said he bought a couple.
You're muted, Joe.
He's got the Avata and he just built one.
Yeah. So he's getting into the FPV a lot more.
Oh, look, it's good fun, you know, and the camera drones have got their place, and I'm making good use of that. But it's, you know, I've said in the past, you know, it's taking me back to flying fixed wing, you know, where you're flying it, you know, and I used to love flying them. But I did like the gas motors, man. I really do like that. Just the sound of them, and you know, some of them got these. Yeah. I don't like the cleanup afterwards, though. You get all this shit all over the wings, but but the sound of
wax, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but good fun, really good fun. And I sort of got away from that, and you know, cameras and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like Rod, you don't hear him talk about that pussy Mavic 3 anymore. It's all FPV now.
To be honest, I could never fly that anyway.
Yeah, Matt, yesterday I flew down at Mandeville Harbor. They had a bunch of sailboats coming in and out. And they had a bald eagle sitting in a tree. And I had the Mavic 3, right? So I'm watching him in the tree, and he's just sitting there minding his own business. So I got to get brave, you know? So I got brave, and I went and got about 70 feet from him. And I zoomed in at 28 all the way to him. And I got there, and he turned around and looked at me, and he was saying, "Make my day. Get a little closer. I dare you."
Come a bit closer. I couldn't be bothered.
He said,
yeah.
I want you a little closer. Come on. And he stared that drone down, right? So finally I left, and I'm flying around. And when I got back near me and I started to land it, that sucker come out the tree, and he was flying maybe about 45, 50 feet above me. And he was looking at that drone and squawking, making all kind of noise. But like Justin said, he was hollering freedom, you know. But
It's y'all America.
And I looked up, and all of a sudden another one come flying up, and both of them were about 45, 50 feet above the drone. They had a girl walking a dog, probably about 28 years old, beautiful girl. She stopped, looked up. We both. I'm bringing it in as a drone, and I'm watching like I'm going like this, watching the eagles. And she says, they want the drone. I said, yeah, that drone bothered them a little bit. And it was, I mean, I got a picture of them at the end of the video. I said, when I was doing the drone, I said, looking up at the eagle hovering over the drone. And then I put the eagle at the end of the video. I said, that eagle.
I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't near a nesting area too.
Oh, there's got to be a nest over there.
Oh yeah, dude. If one of those eagles would have attacked your drone and got hurt, you'd have been in some trouble. So it'd have
But
been
he
like,
was
why are you
telling
over?
me-
Oh man.
And he was telling me, make my deck. Come this way a little bit more.
Yeah,
It's a
you
bit of
needed a
worry.
nice long lens to get a picture of those eagles hovering over the drone.
Well, actually, where he's located at, if I go out there early in the morning, I'm gonna do that probably during the week. Fontainebleau Park, you can come in the back way, and there's a road all the way over to the cabins where it's at, and there's a road almost to where he was. So I ought to be able to bring a 300 lens and use the crop sensor and give me a 460, and I'll be close enough to get some good pictures. And I also heard that morning, about an hour before I got there, he was diving down for fish right there at Mandeville Harbor. So I get out there in the morning and wait for him to start diving and get some real good pictures.
Dude, that eagle would have fucked
Yeah.
that Mavic 3 a new one. I'll
Oh,
tell
he
you
would.
what, those things
Yeah.
are big.
That would have hurt my feelings.
The I if something's like that's happening, I would get the hell out of there, because when they're above your drone, you're in trouble. You know, that's when they'll attack if they're gonna.
Yeah.
If
'Cause
you can
he was flying right above it, and I was bringing it to me, and he's staying right above it, and he was squawking. And then all of a sudden, another one came in, and they both just kind of peeled off.
yeah, right.
Yeah, especially
Ooh,
if you're
damn, hey.
That's quick.
Watch him, it comes right out of here.
Yeah, you got a nest right there.
Right
Yeah,
there's the
coming
nest.
behind there.
Well, that's the thing is you get in trouble for fucking around their nesting areas too, because a lot of times they'll put signs up and they'll say eagle nesting area.
Yeah.
And if you get like, there was one over here where I lived, and there was a project to build some apartments that had been shut down for 2 years waiting for these fucking eagles to move. And just because they were nesting there, they couldn't start building there. And one of them, they had a crane over there, and they had it up in the air, and the eagle decided to build a nest up there, and that crane sat there for over 1.5 years. They couldn't move it. They had to sit there in place until that fucking eagle decided to move.
With the stories you could tell, hey, I got taken down by an eagle, you know?
They had to, so what happened was they had a crane up in the air, and they lifted the generator up with the crane overnight to keep the and they were off for a week for, I think it was Christmas at the time.
Keep the critters away.
And they hoist the valuable like generators and shit up so people won't
Stop
steal
somebody
them.
nicking it.
And over that week's time, the eagle decided to make a nest up at the top of it. And because of that, they weren't allowed to touch that crane for over a year. So this shit was just dangling on there. And they weren't allowed to touch it, turn it on. They couldn't do anything with it. It sat there for over a year before they were allowed to move it. That's how serious they are about eagles over here. And then when they finally moved, they ended up getting that apartment complex. They've been building it now since they finally moved. Oh, but if that eagle decided to stay there for 5 years, they'd be fucked. There's nothing they can do because they will not relocate them. They won't touch them. They won't do anything.
Be right back, guys. I need a coffee refill.
Okay, Joe.
All right.
Ooh, gotta get the coffee, mate.
Well,
I got
don't
coffee
think
in
I'm gonna get out there and fly again today, but I'm gonna bring my camera.
Hey, David's got his printer going.
Oh, here we go. I love watching these
Oh,
3D.
see it.
They're awesome.
It's amazing how well this works when all its parts are there and in correct position and all doing what they should do.
That's fantastic.
What's that say? Timu Lab.
Timu Labs.
Laura, David, and whoever Logan Carpenter is.
Oh, I was going to ask you, Matt, who do you think's going to win, Tyson or Jake Paul?
Who cares?
I hope. Hey, come on, mate. Fight of the century. Fight of the century. Look, it's going to be I would like Tyson to punch the absolute crap out of that dickhead.
That's what everybody said.
Mate, he's quite capable of doing it too. I have no doubt Jake Paul will get a couple in, but you know, he's 50.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say he's 50 odd now, and he's 50. Is he 58?
Yeah, I think it's 57.
57, yeah, right.
I think.
You know, it's a hell of a thing to be stepping back out in the ring again with someone who, you know, who is that young. You know, I mean, there's never been an age difference like that. But in saying that too, if Tyson hits you, you're going to know about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you should see the Have you seen the training videos he's been doing? Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the power that man has behind his punches, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think he'll win. To be honest, I think he's got more, the experience is going to come through. I think, I think he's gonna win with any luck. It's in July, isn't it, or something?
What was the big fight way back when? Maybe you guys aren't old enough to remember this, but it's like it was a big fight, and I can't remember who was fighting, but it's like they stepped up, whatever, and the one boxer just punched the guy's lights out and just went down, and it was over.
That's happened a few times.
That was the one Tim was talking about, innit? The one that lasted 15 seconds.
Yes.
Can you imagine? You just paid pay-per-view for that one fight, 50 quid. Bop. Game over.
Yeah.
Thanks for your money. See you later.
Yeah. There was a lot of shit too because everyone was live streaming. Not that particular fight, but there was I can't remember what it was. But anyway, there was people live streaming on Facebook and all this sort of shit. And you know, Foxtel went off their tits because everyone was just live streaming to each other. So someone had paid for it, and they just had their camera on the TV, and it was live streaming it. All these people were watching it for free. They didn't like that.
Yeah, we were talking about that, but they've managed to get AI to figure out that someone's doing that and block it now.
Yeah, so I've tried to use the NVIDIA software. I've tried using Zoom. I've tried using all these different streaming services, Matt. And when it's something live, it actually recognizes that it's live and it will just put a black screen on.
Oh, yeah.
But
right.
then when it goes to commercials, the commercials will come up.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for that. Yeah. There'll be something wrong with it. If Tyson's better than him, but I mean, yeah, getting hit by Tyson's like being hit by a car. Yeah, it is, man. Oh my god.
Here's that 15-second boxing match, by the way, that they were talking.
Okay.
Here we go. Watch. He didn't even touch him. It was the hot shots.
Shit, that'd be me if I was in a ring with Tyson. All you got to do is come up to me and touch the gloves. I'm going down.
Hey, Al Diaz, how are you, brother?
What's up, Al?
Al?
Somebody's on the road.
Mr. Hope.
Mr. Hope, how are you, brother?
Yep.
Chris.
Cat Murray.
How's it going?
Oh, Chris, what did you want that clip for anyway? What were you using it for the other night?
Man, I had to make a safety video for work, and I got a guy hitting a pipe with an explosion, and he's throwing rocks out, and I thought that rock hitting the screen would be funny.
Oh, okay.
Scared the shit out of everybody.
I figured that's what you were doing. You were making some kind of little comedy video or something.
No, man, it's a serious video, but I'm tired of serious. Let's have a little fun with it. So that's what I did.
Oh, it was a safety video you were making?
Yeah, about damage prevention and excavation.
Okay.
Made a 9-minute video about, and if you take a 9-minute video and you put in clips that are 10 to 15 seconds long, so think about how many stitches that is.
Mm.
It's a bunch.
Wow.
The most intense video I'd ever made.
What?
I don't.
Sorry.
What's that, Matt?
Oh, nothing, mate. I just pulled my different screen up anyway. It was Britney Spears or some shit. Come on. Not that I watch Britney Spears.
Justin,
I was just
is your
seeing how
mic
far
always straight up like that, or are you just pleased to see Matt?
What?
Hey.
David said he's pleased to see Matt.
Hang on a minute.
No, I said, is your microphone always straight up like that, or are you just pleased to see Matt?
I think he's talking to Justin.
Justin.
I don't know if you've seen it, David, but ever since Matt's been on, he's been stroking the microphone every once in a while.
Yeah. Have you noticed it's got redder?
Yeah.
You're doing it too hard, mate, if it's gone red. I did.
Looks like it's grown a bit as well.
What happens when you raw dog it?
Yeah. Chris is glad he came on.
Stroke it too much, you might mute.
I'm just jumping up, down. Mark White, I don't guess I know you, but you laying there like sitting there in that chair. I swear to God, I thought Rick Halbert was on here.
Rick Halbert, yeah.
Dead right. Oh,
You can be Rick's brother.
yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, true.
I kind of kept on thinking how you'd think I'm like the English version of Dominic, to be honest.
Chris, your audio is real low and it's cutting in and out.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll out. Y'all take care, guys.
Okay, Chris, have a good one.
Hey, Chris.
Okay, Chris, take care.
Seeing you, Chris.
I'll give you a call, mate.
What are you going to call him?
Chris.
I'll call him Mr. Hope. Yes, Dominic. Absolutely, Dominic. Absolutely.
Well, Matt, hopefully he'll answer you when you call.
I put my phone on private so he doesn't know, so he answers.
Oh, okay.
But he's right, you know. Rick Albert. I'll be buggered. Yeah.
Yep.
Who's Rick Albert? I don't know the name.
Oh, Rick. Okay. Anyway.
Rick has passed on.
Yeah. Nice bloke. Really nice bloke. A couple of years ago now.
It's actually been 3 or 4 years, hasn't it?
Well, I don't know if it's 4 years. I've got to look when I put that video.
3.
Probably. Yeah.
Because they're on the 4th drone meetup now.
Hey, Mark, don't take it Don't
No,
take it personally. They're not hoping for your early demise.
They ain't gonna get it either, I'll tell you.
Well, like I said, they're on the 4th drone meetup, and they did the thing for him on the first one, so it's got to be at least 3 years.
Let's have a look at my channel and see when I put that video out. Video.
I seem to recall people talking about him every now and again now.
Yep. Yeah, he's
so
fondly remembered.
He was in the drone community. He wasn't just somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, very much involved. He was on, been on the panel on my show quite a few times, and he was always in the chat. He was always on everyone's chat. You know, he was always in live shows.
He used to be very frequent on
So
Canadian Drone Hub.
Basically, Dominic's taken over from him then.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Dominic is everywhere.
Dominic's like a bad case of herpes you can't get rid of.
You scratch it, the more annoying it becomes. That's terrible.
You know he's going to go back and watch this later. He always goes back and skims through Paul's morning lives.
Dominic's a great bloke, isn't he? Prick. I've got here. Do it for Rick, the joint. Hey, why don't we play that video? Why don't we play that video? Because it's been a few years, and I'll share the.
Well, how long has it been on your channel? 3 years?
Just share it.
2 years.
It's got to be coming up to 3 then. Pretty damn.
Well, what we did, Mark, was we had a shitload of people from all over the world send in a droney, basically.
All right.
And they sent me all the files, and I put it all together and whatever. And we did this for Rick. And at the end it was the drone meetup, and it was funny as all shit because the sign said R.I.P. Rick, right? But the way he'd written it, it looked like R.I. Prick. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, they didn't put a big enough space in between the letter, and I remember that.
And it was funny as all shit. But the thing is, right, is Ron Lockwood had his Mavic 2 at that point, and he forgot to tap to focus, right? So as he put the drone up, it went all blurry, out of focus. It was all look shit. So he's never lived that down. So he was always tap to focus wrong, right? It's funny as shit. But all right, I'll just play it. Why don't I? We'll just play that while we have it. It's been a while. Optimized for video clip. I won't. I don't
Just know, Matt, if something ever happens to Murray, you got to run those clips through Movie Maker. Can't use DaVinci.
I know. Golly. We got to have it in its 1080p glory. And there's Dan.
You start playing it now, and I'll start watching it in about 15 seconds.
Oh, you got a bit of a delay there, have you?
Well,
YouTube has. Yeah.
Mark has trouble seeing too, so he's watching it on his TV.
I stream YouTube to my 55-inch telly. It's just come on now.
Okay. Yep.
But I'm chatting through my iPhone.
Yeah, Mark deals with bad vision like Neil does, like Blind Neil.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Not as bad as Neil, but
there's Chuckles.
No, I don't think it's as bad as Neil's at all.
Shine eyes.
Kelly.
What did you render this in 4K?
Absolutely, yeah. You know me. I can hell. There's Hugh.
Obviously, Chuck. That's that one.
Rodney Bell.
On your Rodney.
Oh, was Rick in the Navy?
Yep.
Tim Devine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he said fellowship.
You know, he reversed that film.
Droning veteran Dan.
I don't see Dan too often in the chats anymore. Wonder how
He crashed his drone that day.
Did he really?
Yeah, he went backwards and fucking hit a tree. It landed on the grass, so it didn't break it. He's someone I haven't seen for a while there, Mike.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time either.
You know something? I don't think I've ever filmed a droney.
Not many people have, mate.
Chris
It's
isn't
there's Rick there. Yeah.
I thought you'd been around a lot longer, Mark. I figured you knew who he was. I thought you've been around longer than I have.
When?
Oh, there's Dre.
Hey.
Of course, coming in all hardcore looking.
Where the bloody hell did his tie go?
Just over 2 years now. I've been in the drone community.
I thought I thought you'd been around longer than that.
Chris Hope, he's watching that like an eagle. It was going through the gap of the trees. That fucking phantom ain't the smallest thing to go through there, eh?
Oh, hell no, he's lucky.
Yeah. Old B-Mac.
I've just seen Dre then. That's where I'm up to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Kai. All 12 foot of him.
Yeah, I was about to say
Kai,
Kai and his big
that's-
ass.
Kai's 4 states, isn't it?
El Diaz.
I think Kai 4 states.
He's Texas.
No, I think he's 4 states aerials.
No, that's not Kai's channel name. I thought it was Texas something.
No, the TXA one's Mike.
I could be wrong. I don't remember.
There you go.
Lockwood. Beautiful spot too. Look at that. God damn.
I really like how he
That's
put
nice.
himself into the that footage he got from the internet.
Yeah.
I love Ron.
JSK, I haven't seen him for a while either.
Who was that in the dungarees and the red cap?
Jay.
That was 10 toes.
Yeah, that's
There's
a
Mel.
Pippin called it.
Mel.
What the hell kind of car was that?
That's a Lincoln.
Lincoln.
It looks like a
Lincoln.
Lincoln
Oh.
and a damn what was the old car with the truck bed?
El Camino.
El Camino. It looked
Yeah,
like
El Camino.
El Camino had a baby.
The
El
car
Smeg.
that they drove in Supernatural.
This bloke here, El Smeghead, will forever be indoctrinated into the man who has got the most drunk on a live show. As he passed out, he took his whole computer system with him.
Oh, God.
I'll never forget that. That shit was hilarious. We were watching that shit on it. Adrian was sharing his live stream on his live. And
Was he?
everybody was like, you remember that? Everybody was like, go, go, go. Because he kept going down towards his desk and he'd wake back up. And
I
then,
remember Bud Bieber falling off his chair.
I do. Yeah, that was on Paul's show.
Hyped
Yeah.
Media. I don't know. Who's that?
On
Never seen that
Wedgie.
before.
Mm.
Don Joyce, thanks for the 720 video.
What the hell is he wearing on his head face? What is that?
That's those Averio glasses. That
Okay.
yeah, they're he had a lot of trouble with them in the heat because he was getting like a 15-second delay between
What
his
he was
drone
doing.
and his visuals.
Oh,
Chronic.
that's bad. That's really bad.
That's shocking, mate.
A 1 or 2 second delay is bad enough, but 15 seconds, Jesus.
Yeah, no, that was bad, man. That was shocking.
Is that
Koopy!
them Ray-Bans that you could see things and had
It's
a
basically-
camera and a mic built in, like the new ones Chuck's got.
Oh, there's the
Well-
Bass Pro Shop. We were talking about that a couple weeks ago on here.
Okay.
It used to be like a sports arena, and then it was a concert hall, and then sat there for years and nobody did nothing with. So Bass Pro came in and bought it up, turned it into a big Bass Pro Shop.
Tater Rogers.
And there actually used to be a restaurant in the top. point
That
of
looks
it.
like
There
one
was
of
a
them
restaurant.
models you get in a blooming fairground. The guy that's just waving his hand from side to side.
Ray Kelly.
I don't know who
The
that
ball
one was.
now.
Blown out, son.
Tim Jackson. Now let's pause this for a second. Have a look at those legs. Fuck me.
Look at those caveman
no.
feet.
You beat me to it.
There's the boys. Bob Casey, Dennis Lovelady. He'll be here in a couple of months. Old
Dennis, who's Dennis? I don't remember him.
Oh, well, there'll be a couple of videos of but here we go. R.I. Prick.
Oh, that's Tim on his veranda, is it?
And then yep,
the fuck?
and see, you would have been able to see me in that crowd, but he didn't tap to focus.
Yeah, it didn't tap to focus. It's a bit blurry. Well, we're all used to that sort of footage from Ronald. Well, thanks. It
Was that Ray Kelly on the jetty next to the boats?
Yeah,
was, yes.
yeah,
Yep.
I was right, Kelly.
R.I.P. Ricky. There you go.
Yeah, he used to see. I came in the community, I want to say a couple months before he passed away, so I never really talked to him because he was kind of really scarce the last few months he was alive. So I never really met him. And then he passed away right before, I think it was not too far before the drone meetup.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I never really
Just
got to
finished.
meet or talk to him. But yeah, he used to send people a lot of shit from what I used to
Well,
hear.
tell you what, he sent me this cover for my SD cards. So that's all in there. Which because I was looking. That's the thing, you know. You could be doing a live show, just chatting away, and I've got to get an SD card holder. He'd go, bing. All of a sudden, there'd be an SD card holder in your freaking mailbox. You know. Yeah, he gave it a lot of, and as I said in my thing years ago too, the presents that he gave meant something to the people. They really wanted it, you know. So it meant a lot to the people that he gave them to too, especially people who are, you know, finding it a little bit tough, you know, being able to afford a lot of stuff and all this sort of shit. And Rick had just send stuff over to him. So good on him. You know, Rick Halber.
When was it that Rick passed away?
He's got here 3 years ago, going on 4.
Well, I think your video just is about to be at 3 years because you put that out in April, right? So it's going to be coming up here in the next few weeks. It will be listed as 3 years.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I did I did a video prior to me releasing that one, just as, you know, a personal message thing, and that's coming up as 3 years ago. Whereas the one on my channel is coming up as 2.
Because you released the video that you just showed, what, about a week after the drone meetup? It was about a week or 2. So, and that was in April, so it would have been right at the end of April. Is I think when so it'll be coming up on 3 years here next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. You know, there's been a few people who've you know,
Mike Rennick,
passed. Oh yeah, Mike. Mike B.
Yeah, Mike B too. Yeah, we had 2 Mikes that we lost this last year.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know John Spizzo. He was very early on during my live shows. John Spizzo. He had a heart condition, and anyway, he was on a machine, right, keeping his heart going or whatever it was, and he was waiting for a transplant or some shit. But anyway, something happened overnight. Boom, and he's just, I don't know. Yeah, poor bugger. Anyway, you know, life goes on, but you know, we can all remember everybody fondly in our own way.
Yeah, Mike B, that was a tough one for me because he spent a lot of time on my show.
He did.
And he was a big supporter of my show.
Out the way, let me get at the door.
He was one of my very first subs, or not. He was one of my very first members when I became monetized. And he actually has 2 custom emojis on my channel that were just for him, and they were the animated girls with the big boobies because you like boobies. So those will stay there forever. So I'll never change those. Those were just for him. Because he requested that I put an emoji, some booby emojis on there. So I got these really 2 hot animated looking chicks, and I put them on there, and he was like, "That will do." The last time he was in my channel, because remember when I had the cartoon looking booby emoji, looked kind of cartoonish. Well, I got rid of it, and he comes back in the channel one night, and he's like, "What happened to my boobies?" And I was like, I said, I remade them. I said, I put 2 animated emoji girls for you. And he looks at him, he goes, "Okay, those will do. Those will do."
Yeah, thanks for that.
So I'll never change those ones. Those ones will stay the same.
Just before he muted his microphone and camera.
Mike was a funny ass. He'd always come in and say the most off the wall shit in my chat and make me laugh.
I don't know. Yeah, funny bastard. Right, see you all in 3 hours. I'm going to get some shit done. So it's going to take 3 hours. That's pretty specific.
Pretty sure she's not doing anything.
I don't think so either. You mean think, oh, I've got to look out the window for 3 hours. Gotta try and think of another video.
That's what Justin does.
Well, it's about time Laura put some thought into her videos. It'll be good those 3 hours for her, I think.
3 hours worth of shorts.
Shits. Shorts, yes. Yeah.
3 hours.
Oh, where's Jim's Droney when you need him? You know, he always likes
3
coming
hours
in.
is 6:15. She usually goes live at 5:30.
Jim has nothing but positive things to say about Matt in the chat all the time. You know,
I know.
Matt tries to teach him how to fly and do cameras, and just don't listen to him.
Because he's content with mediocrity, right? So he doesn't care. And to be quite honest, when I look at the footage, I think it's from a Nokia 95 model.
So he's like a perpetual student.
It's terrible. Student, he keeps failing. He'll be there grade 5 for fucking 10 years.
I think he's losing it. I mean, yesterday he paid his $5 to come on Justin Stream and didn't come on.
He did, yeah. Oh, that's a waste of
No,
money.
no.
isn't it?
He came in the chat and he was like, "I'll pay you $5 for turning off Kid Tim's camera." So I turned his camera on. and then I said, "Well, you didn't say how long, Jim." And so he paid the $5, and then he was like, "I'll give you another $5 if you turn it off for a half hour." But I didn't even do it. I should have though. I should have turned his camera off.
That's funny.
He comes in every week and gives me $5 just because of that running joke we had.
Yeah. Hey, good value, Jim. Useless as he is.
Wait till next year in your taxes and you haven't declared it.
Don't worry, the IRS is very mild and timid. They usually don't care if you don't pay your taxes. They don't ever go after anybody.
No, not at all.
Join us this time next year for Live from Prison Cell 21 with Justin.
Justin and Bubba.
You can go 30 years without paying property tax. They don't give a shit.
It'll be prisoner cell block H.
Shut up, Matt.
No, technically though, I think if you make under 10 grand a year, you don't even have to file. That's the only time you're not allowed. You don't have to file.
Laura kind of gave it to you there, Matt.
I'm hurt.
We don't pay tax on the first. I think it's about 1,475.
You think you don't pay tax?
No, over here, I think
1,400. No, 146. Yeah, 14,755.
Yeah, over here, I think it's if you make it
the
under
limit before you start paying tax.
Yeah, over here, I think it's if you make under 10,000, you don't actually have to file. They don't give a shit at that point. Anything over that, though, you're supposed to. But you can go back. You can go back up to I think 3 years and file if you didn't. So
my pension's just about enough over that now that I think I pay about £100 a year tax.
Because when I was really, really young, I was in my early 20s. I didn't file the first. I didn't file for 3 years, and then one of my ex-girlfriend's moms did my taxes for me, and she went back and did the whole 3 years for me. Got me caught up. Because I was like 19, 20 years old at the time. I didn't give a shit about taxes. But then she went back and redid them for me, and over those 3 years, then they ended up owing me like $1,400 or something. I was like, shit.
Ow.
Justin.
What?
Oh dear.
How old are you now? 30 something.
38.
38.
Be 39 this year.
Days when erections weren't an issue.
That's when you didn't have to take the blue pill.
No, that was back in the days when I used to sleep with nice looking women.
Yeah.
As you get older, your standards drop a bit.
Well, when the 18-year-olds start calling you old, then you realize they're out of your league at that point.
No, it's when the 50-year-olds started calling you old.
Hang on a minute. Let me do a quick Google search. Girls with daddy issues, Australia.
Need to find my black card.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, go put them.
I'd be a sugar daddy if I had any money.
I'm 14 years older than Kate. She's 50 next Sunday.
How many years older are you?
15.
Nearly 15 years older than her.
Okay.
64. Are you 64, Mark?
I was 65 at the beginning of August.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll be 55 this year. Oh, God. I was a sprightly spring chicken, 51 when I started live streaming.
I've went back and watched. You have progressively aged over the last 5 years.
For God's sake.
Is it fucking good reason for that, mate?
Can't make its bloody mind up today. Now it wants to go back out again.
I'm assuming dealing with Tim. That's the reason.
That's exactly the reason, mate. He's constant barraging with DMs. Right? Oh, Matty. That's what he calls me. Matty. What he says. So, what do you want, Tim? Is when are you going to come up and see me?
I like every time he asks when you're going to come up there, and you'll be like, "I'll be busy for the next 3 years."
I'm going to have a birthday bash one weekend in August. Yeah, I'm busy in August. Yeah.
or any other month you're having it.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, we won't be heading north with Dennis this time either.
Going the other way.
Yeah, I'm going to head south with him this time. Send him down and we'll have a look at the Northern Rivers, New South Wales. We'll go do some illegal flying in some national parks down there. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It kind of sucks because I'll get him. We can fly here in the national parks. There's no issues.
Oh, look at Randy.
Well, I thought you were on the northwest coast anyway.
Northeastern coast.
Northeast. Yeah.
Yeah, Brisbane. Yeah.
Look at what Donald said. See that?
But if you go south, you end up at Dominic, don't you? Eventually.
Sorry, mate. Just read what Donald wrote. What was that about, Dominic?
I said, if you go south, you end up at Dominic, don't you? Eventually.
Yeah, 2 days later. Yeah.
Did you just call him Dominic?
No. He said.
Yeah, he did.
No, the way you worded it sounded like you said, "Yeah, what was that, Dominic?"
Yeah. Yeah, he.
I'm sure he said, "What was that about, Dominic?" But
well, yeah, about Dominic there. Yeah, yes. Well, I caught up with Dominic in September last year.
Yes, saw that video.
Yeah. He sounds different in person, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
So someone kicked him in the nuts overnight, I think. But yeah,
well, Matt wasn't even nice enough to take a homeless person out to dinner. It was just.
You saw him. I saw him. I saw that dude put the hot dog in the bin. I said, "Go over there, Dominic. There's your dinner." And he did.
Dominic was like, "Can you help me with dinner?" Matt's like, "Oh, my knee's hurting. I got to leave."
Yep.
He's like, "I don't feed the homeless."
It would have been better in a bite out of the hot dog rather than it still being a full one.
Well, that's what I said. That's what he said. He goes, "There's only one bite out of it, right? So it's ready to go." Yeah, no, I was in trouble that night, mate. Let me tell you. Oh boy, I was sore.
He always is when it comes to paying for something.
My left one, Justin.
Are you left-hand drive or right-hand drive over there?
They're the
We're
same
right
as you.
Same as England. Yeah.
So that means you've got a manual gear change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Dominic said that you guys are starting to go more automatic on the cars, like the newer ones.
Just
They are.
saying that because your left foot would be your clutch, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. It was my right leg that was shit. And I'm still trying to get rid of the blood clot.
Yeah, you guys are kind of doing like the US did, where all the car manufacturers are going to automatics. Well,
they are, because everyone's a wuss.
Yeah, but like I said, it sucks when you're driving manual trying to eat down the road.
It does, absolutely. Yeah.
You never learned how to steer with your knees.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need my knees, though. That's the thing. It's just...
That's a rite of passage if you're a father. You got to drive with your knee.
Yes, I got that, Matt.
Yeah, right. I got a tiny steering wheel, mate. Yeah. Yeah, they're all going automatics. There's a lot of automatics out there now. Even the sports models and all that with the turbos and all that, they're all automatics. They're like 6 and 7 speed autos these days. I've still got a 6-speed manual, which I like. That's a good thing. But yeah, they're all going auto. My next car that I've got my eye on is auto.
A lot of the sports cars have got paddle shifts, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, you put them into the manual mode. And you use your paddle shift there. Yeah.
Well, a lot of even the automatics now, like even my fucking SUV has a sports mode you can put it in. And you definitely feel the difference.
Have always had a sports mode.
You can definitely feel the difference in acceleration.
All it does is it raises the revs that it changes gear at, so it stays in gear a little bit longer.
I'm not sure that Paul got enough sleep last night.
No, I'm about ready to doze off. I'm gonna let you guys carry on, Justin.
All right.
And I'll catch you all a little later.
All right, Paul.
Catch you later, Paul.
Okay, Paul. Take care.
Catch you later there, Paul.
See you, mate. See you, mate. God damn.
So, Joel, what do you mainly fly? GPS or FPV
Yeah,
or both?
GPS.
Okay. What drones you got?
Well, I got, looking to buy an Air 3 here. And I got a Phantom 3 that batteries are taking a shit. So I don't want to put any money into it.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I would say the only Phantoms worth even keeping up to date on are probably the 4s.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have one.
So not an Air 3S?
What's that, man?
Not an Air 3S? You want an Air 3?
Air 3S? Is there an Air 3S now?
It will be.
He said there will be.
Shouldn't be too far down the track. Anyway.
I mean, for the price Air 3 is, I mean, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah, Air 3 is still a good little drone.
I mean, some people are saying it's somewhat on par with the Mavic 3 if you don't want to spend Mavic 3 money. Like,
well, I found a Air 3 open box.
Ridiculous statement.
For about $400 cheaper.
It's a ridiculous statement.
No, mate.
I mean, for like I said though, it's obviously better than the Air 2, but or the Air Air 2S, but like if you don't want to spend the Mavic 3 money, it's a good option to go.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? You're going hard tough these days if you're going to buy a drone with a shit camera. I mean, I don't know. That's why I buy a drone is for the camera, right? If it's upgrade the camera, it's got to be better,
right?
But and you know, to get bad footage from a drone, let's talk DJI because that's about the only thing you can talk because Autel's still shit, really. Unfortunately, DJI come out with the best products, you know, at this point. It doesn't look like that'll change in the near future. But you know, to get a bad camera, you're not going to, mate. And it all depends on what you want with it. And at that price point too, you're not going to go wrong, man.
Yeah, I mean, even if you know how to edit, a Mini 1 will still give you good footage.
We'll still do the Spark, brother.
Oh, we were talking about what drones you had the other day. Which ones have you had?
Spark, Mavic Pro, Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic 3.
And the Mini 2.
And the Mini 2.
Tiny Hawk.
Tiny Hawk, the Baby Ape, the Tiny Hawk Freestyle.
Dumpster diving or Matt's barbecue, tough choice.
I'd go dumpster diving, to be honest, with my cooking. According to Tim, fuckwit. Yeah, so fucking poor Tim. So yeah, I've done all that and whatever. And as I've progressed with the drones, the editing software's progressed as well, which you have to do. If you're into that sort of thing. And I mean, you know, you're going to buy a drone with all these great capabilities. Why not edit those capabilities, you know, instead of downgrading it? You know, you buy all this good gear. So, I don't know. I mean, Paul,
I've noticed over the last couple of weeks with the new Avata coming out, it seems like the old Avatas are coming down in price.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Well, it's because they're pumping these things out so quick now.
Yeah, right.
They don't hold their value anymore like they used to back in the day.
Well, the Avata is a different sort of genre if you want to get into FPV, you know what I mean? A safe FPV, let's put it that way, all right?
Sure.
Because you have got those fail safes there where a GPS pilot would be more likely to buy an Avata than what he would build a 5-inch. I mean, you can get those features as well with GPS and all that sort of shit within a, but most people couldn't be asked building one, you know, and you got to plug and play basically. Boom, off you go with the Avata, and you can fly it how you like. So you can fly it as safely as you want, still get that FPV footage, really nice stuff, and be more capable of doing that, you know, because it's got all those fail safes and all that sort of shit with it. I'll be very interested to see what sort of camera, because the Avata has got a better camera than the DJI FPV, which
they're saying it's going to be something akin to a Naked Action 4.
A Naked Action 4. Okay. It'd be nice if we could go log and all that sort of stuff as well. That'd be good. That'd be really nice. A proper log too, not this deciner like shit.
Are you looking into getting
Don't know
one
what
of
the
those?
Action 4 does.
Hang on, 2 questions, 2 something. What was that, Mark?
I said I don't know what the Action 4 does, whether it does D-log.
Oh, look, okay, yeah, well, look,
It might.
you know, that mightn't come into it at all, you know. But I think if you're going to be looking at, I mean, these camera drones have consumer camera drones have come such a way that you can use them in professional arenas, especially with the log files and all that sort of shit that's coming out now. I mean, you know, the 2018 with the Mavic 2 Pro with D-Log M, although it's got more color than what D-Log has, the D-Log M is still a lot of information, and you can really push those colors out. So I think maybe that they might go into something that you can use a little bit more professionally, you know, and maybe have a log on it as well. That'd be good. That'd be really good.
It's
that you
going
can
to be
pass it.
lighter, and the prop guards do look a little bit more flimsy than the ones on the original Avata.
Yeah, right. Don't crash.
Exactly.
Yeah, easier said than done. You start pushing yourself, especially with an FPV, because you'll find yourself wanting to push your boundaries a little bit more. There's a little bit, I think, with a GPS drone, it's more of a regimented way of flying. You know, there's no risk take. Well, there is risk taking every time you take off, but what I'm saying is you're closer to stuff. You're looking at that footage from an FPV point of view, where you want to be low, you want to be fast, you want to get that footage that looks really good. Is what FPV is all about. You know, it's not being up at 400 feet taking footage of a nice sunrise. That's not what it's all about.
Yeah, and what we've got to remember is that the bottom part of the tree is a damn sight thicker than the top part.
It is, yeah. It doesn't hang off it; it bounces off it. See.
Have you looked into maybe getting a 5-inch or something like that, Matt? Something a little bigger?
At this point, my FPV is just a little bit of fun, right? So I can just, especially the new Baby Ape, you know, a 3S is great. It's so much fun to fly, and at that price point for a Baby Ape Pro is under $100. You know what I mean? And to get that, although you have to connect your own receiver, so once you've done that, it's a great drone to fly. It's really, really quick, and you can really throw it around. I've got no need for a bigger one. I've got no need for a Nevada or anything like that, or even the new one coming out. If the situation arises, then yeah, I'd probably buy it. And I'm talking to the producer of a movie at the moment, which he was looking at a fight scene and said, "Can you get footage like this?" And it was actually taken with an FPV drone. Now that sort of thing takes a lot of coordination, you know, as the drone comes over, the action this and action that, and you'll be doing this when the drone comes here.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is the amount of times this guy's wanting you to do stuff. That's why I was asking, have you thought about getting into that so you could add that to your portfolio as an option for them?
What's that, Joel?
Did you say something, Joel?
Oh, I was just wondering. I mean, when it comes to FPV, what's a good package with the goggles and?
Are you talking what sort of FPV are you talking about? Something that's not going to hold a GoPro and just use goggle footage, or are you looking at something that's going to hold something like a HD camera or something like that? What size are you talking? What do you want?
Well, like the Baby Ape you're talking about. That doesn't come with goggles.
So you're talking about buying.
Whether you like it.
So you're talking about buying like a whole setup with goggles and a controller, like
a
good setup would be to start out with.
Like it.
Okay.
Well, you can. The Baby Ape's fine. It's and I use a Fat Shark. I can't even remember what they are.
Well, I think he's looking for an entire kit setup. Like, what would be the best one to buy?
Yeah,
if
right.
You're buying it all together as a bundle.
Okay. So
probably the Tiny Hawk 3.
Yeah. You don't fly FPV now?
I don't. I haven't. I'm afraid that when I go to the dark side, as everyone calls it, I'll never go back. You know, it's.
Yeah.
But
I was just about to ask him that, Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan. Jonathan family.
What's good, family?
Well, I'll tell you now. I'm sorry.
Hello, Jonathan.
You want to get on the simulator first, Skyfly?
Yeah, that's what I'd have to do.
Well, the
Well,
biggest thing is it's not so much a simulator. You got to see if you're even capable of flying FPV. So you might want to find somebody that flies it, have them put you in the goggles and see how you do, because some people just get sick from doing it. That's
But
the
you know
biggest-
what? I don't suggest watching someone else fly because it's like anything with motion sickness. If you're not under control of it, you're going to get you. If you suffer from motion sickness, then you're going to feel it. If you're in control of something and you know something's going to happen, it's like being on a boat. I get seasick, but I don't get seasick if I'm driving the boat, right? For some fucking reason. It's the same in a car.
With cars, you're more likely to get it as a passenger than a driver.
Yep. Exactly right.
Oh, Dre's in the chat.
And I would suggest to you, Joel, that a simple way of going forward with that to get into it is to buy a Tiny Hawk 3 kit, and it comes with goggles, a controller, and the drone, and it's a little 1S. I've got two of them. I've got the Tiny Hawk 2 and the Tiny Hawk 3. They're fantastic to learn on. Absolutely fantastic. These things take a beating, mate. Let me tell you, I have crashed these things a million times, and
it's only a couple $100 for the ready to fly kit.
Yeah, that's right. So it's not a huge outlay, but it gets you. Even if you don't like it, sell the kit. I feel sick.
For not much money, it'll give you an idea whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
Now,
and
the
they're
big,
decent enough.
The big question is, what do you think of Dre's flying, Matt?
Good. He doesn't fly. I told you. He uses his waypoint, presses go, and watches it. He goes to have lunch while he's fucking taking photos. Fucking hell, Jesus.
Discovery, what's good, family?
He said he goes and has lunch while he's flying.
You know, there's a hell of a lot of bear baiting in this stream.
RTK. But seriously, mate, that's the way I started, just to see if I'd like it and get into it, because it is a different way to fly. And if you don't understand the concept, you don't fly it like a GPS drone. Your stick movements are different to a GPS drone. If you fly it like a GPS drone, it's going to crash. You've got to have the most important thing is your throttle control, which is your left hand, and that's your left stick. And so once you get into that, but I love the Tiny Hawk 3, man.
I'll have to look into a Tiny Hawk. Yeah,
man. Yeah. I've got a video up on my channel of the Tiny Hawk 3, and I've got the footage from my goggles, but they're Fat Shark goggles, so you can't DVR on. Oh, hang on, you might be on the Mavic.
Can I think on the 3?
I think you can. Yeah,
couldn't on the 2, but I think you can on the 3.
Oh, here we go.
Oh shit.
Matt had to go do something, Dre. He'll be back.
Good lady, guys. I've got to go. I'll see you later. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.
I see you, Matt.
I was going to ask Matt a legitimate question. Now he's going to go running high, like Justin always does.
I'm still here, mate. I'm the only one with a live photo, you wuss, sitting there with you.
Okay. Well, Matt, I was watching but seriously, Matt, I was watching an Australian movie called Five Blind Dates.
Oh, yes.
And I was just really interested to see if your footage was used in that movie, because I mean, some shots you have shown us have been very similar to what I saw in that movie.
They copied me. No, that's not the movie. I've got to find out the name of the movie. Oh, fucking hell. So that's not the movie. The movie that I'll be doing will be released sometime this year. Now, whether that's on Netflix or anything like that, he doesn't want to do Netflix because they just rip people off. He may do it, who knows? But I've got to get the name of the movie. But yeah, it'll be released sometime this year. Sometime.
Oh, okay. I was curious. I said I saw some of the B-roll they use. You know, movies do stuff, and scenery and stuff. And they had a shot of the downtown area. I want to say I forget what city was in, either Melbourne or one of those few cities in Australia. And
Yeah.
Dre, you had a Dre, you had a question in the chat there from Donald.
It's a rom-com. Their Mudball, that's what it was. Rom-com. It's called Five Blind Dates, and it's based out of Australia with a little Korean girl who trying to get her life together. So
And it's
that's
just so
what-
happens the movie that I've done was a rom-com as well.
So like I said, the footage I saw, this reminded me of Matt. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask Matt whenever he decides to show his face again. It must be, like I say, I guess you come out of hibernation for whatever season y'all have down there.
Speaking
and
of
stuff,
showing
and I-
faces, I mean,
Yeah.
fucking, what's going on with your camera, mate?
Oh, I was just a little busy today. That's all.
Oh, busy means
but-
no camera. Okay.
Yep.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter, 'cause when you hear my voice, you know who it is.
I know
It's
your
like,
name.
It's like when God talks to you, you know when God speaks to you, so you know when I speak to you.
You got no clothes on, have you?
He can't put his camera on. It's weekend. He's not wearing a tie.
Well, I actually am wearing a tie, so there's nothing new there.
You got a tie and tidy whities. That's it.
No, I don't know
Been-
that.
been to church.
Tidy whitey. I haven't owned a pair of tidy whities since elementary school.
Last week.
Last week. It's all good.
No, it's shit up, mate. Yeah, I haven't spoken to you for a while, Dre. That's for sure.
I know you because you've been hiding out, man. You've been so busy. Don't come visit us. I saw you on for a minute one day last week on Paul's show, but I was leaving home from work, and that was it.
Yeah, I was on Paul's last Saturday for you, but last
Actually,
Sunday.
you've been on there quite a few times right before you're heading to work.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah. A couple of times this week at least, yeah.
You see Mudball trying to start something, Justin?
Yeah,
since
I see that.
Since I had to beat him up, the other day
Well, you
about
think
his,
you would come on the panel to prove you wrong,
I had to beat him up on his found footage. So why go on vacation next week? I'm gonna do a found footage.
Did you say foul?
No, found. He calls it found footage. It's a sub, as he said, it's a subgenre that was created with a couple of those low. I wouldn't even say B type movies. I say like C type movies, maybe D type movies. Like what do you say? Was it Crud Avenger was one of them, and
Started off with the Blair Witch.
Blair Witch was the one he said
Project,
started
and
it.
some other movies that most people have never heard or seen.
Well, we all know that D's bigger than C. We all love that.
So so he's trying to stir the pot. That's all. So I'm gonna do my own found footage thing on for my vacation Mudball, so we can all get my stuff on in that subgenre of movies. Oh man. Since the amount of garbage they got listed on there anyway, it's only like 12 or 15 movies, period.
Oh, hang on, where are we? Okay.
Oh, Rigor Morris says he loved it. It's all over the horror con scene. Wow. Rigor, you can tell Mudball what genre is that movie in. Because he said it's called found footage.
Horrorcon scene. There you go.
But if you ask Mudball, it's not horror, it's found footage.
It is absolutely, and there was a whole documentary on how they actually found that footage too.
Yeah.
So there was actually people thinking it was real.
Yeah,
said Dre can't even articulate my argument. How does he pretend to dispute it?
Yeah, right. So let me ask you, Matt, since you've been, a filmmaker or such, would you consider found footage a genre or a style of shooting a film?
It's a style of shooting.
Ooh, Mudball I know his blood is curling right now.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know jack shit. Mudball, the old crud ball. We all know.
Oh man, I expect the somebody coming on the channel here real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to say, somebody answer the door.
Let's hope so.
Don will only come on the channel real quick just to disappear off it again.
See, that was my take on it also, Matt. That it's more of a shooting style than a sub genre.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Like I explained to him, you have Alfred Hitchcock's type of shooting style that he made famous when he made his movies, and other people who made some certain type of movies, like even Spike Lee has a certain style that he puts in all of his movies, that almost like that zoom dolly effect that he does. And, Tarantino has a certain style and everything else.
Mostly includes blood with Tarantino.
Oh, man.
Hey, Joel, I'm just going to pop that in the chat for you, mate. It's just a link to Tiny Hawk 3 footage. If you want to have a squiz, it's all good. If not,
yeah, man, I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure.
Now, Matt, don't you have a Avada also, or you just got the Tiny Hawk?
Sorry, what was that, Dre?
I was asking, don't you have a Avada also, or just a Tiny Hawk?
No, I don't have Avada. I just went through that, with the boys.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't got an Avada or anything like that. I'm just flying FPV for pure fun. So the 3, the Freestyle 2, and all that sort of stuff, and that Baby Ape blows me away. That's such a good little thing for $100. Unbelievable.
Come on, Donald. I'm up on the panel.
He went and checked the dictionary
Google
definition of genre.
You haven't got the brains to work there.
It's so rare that me and Matt are on the same side or something, but it's fun.
Yeah, it was really weird because the other day we were talking on the panel, and then Dre pops and immediately starts attacking Donald. I was like, oh, it wasn't me that said something this time. Usually he comes on just to talk shit to me.
Yes, it's obviously not his sentence structure in the chat there, that's for sure. More than 2 syllables. What we got here? What one?
Well, I just wanted to just come on and say hi, Matt. It's been a while since I've seen you on, so I'm glad to see you doing okay, and everything's going well. But that's the question I had for you, though, is about that movie I saw. It's a Netflix movie too, and if you get extra bored, I mean extra bored, might want to pop on Netflix and look up 5 Blind Dates, because nothing special about the movie. The footage, the B-roll footage of certain scenes of the city got my attention, and you popped in my head. So that's why I wanted to check on you. So you blokes and other folks have a great day, and I'm gonna be out of here.
That's very PC of you, Dre. That's very PC of you. You blokes and other folks. You're including everybody. Including everybody. Oh dear. Good value, old Dre, that's for sure. Might be. Yeah, Joel, check on Amazon, brother. They might have a nice little deal going. Even if you don't no, you know what? No, if you can get as long as you make sure though, the difference between the 2 and the 3 with the Tiny Hawk, which it's an Emax product, that you can do DVR. I think you're right there, Mark. You can do DVR on the 3.
I'm pretty sure you can't do it on the 2.
No.
Okay.
But if you do get the 2, there's something called SkyDroid. And what you can do is you can get an OTG viewer on your phone, and you can you plug it into your phone, and it picks up the camera signal, right? so you can record from your phone the DVR footage basically.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
And let me know if you do get the two. I've got a SkyDroid here, which I do not use, and I can send it over to you.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, man.
I
Appreciate
also
it.
think the controller that comes with the two you can't plug into your PC to use with the simulator,
Yeah.
but the controller for the 3 does.
Hold on,
that's
did
something-
you say you were gonna send somebody something, Matt?
Piss off, cockfucker, because
Make
I
sure you
sent
get,
my
make sure you get
I
that shipping
said-
right.
No, fuck you. Because I sent my fucking Mavic Pro to that dude down in fucking wherever the hell he is. And I don't even think he's flown the fucking thing. I sent him a Mavic Pro, all the chargers, 5 batteries, and I haven't.
Oh, you're talking about Gaffa, yeah.
Fuck me.
I told you to do a giveaway on your show. You should have done a giveaway.
I did. I gave it to him.
Yeah, I know, but you should have done a drawing so everybody had a chance to win it.
No one wants a Mavic Pro, mate, except him.
Oh, somebody would have took it.
Yeah, I know. That fucked me off, that did. Seriously.
That was the first one I bought, Pro Platinum.
They were very quiet, the Platinums. I'm kind of pissed that I haven't kept it because I really did like flying the Pro, purely because of the sound of it. It had the same motors as or same era of motor as what the Spark has, and the Spark's got the same sort of sound. You can fly that and you can hear it.
Yeah.
That's a Mavic Pro, straight up. That's a Mavic.
Angry Bees.
Well, it's the whistle with the Mavic Pro that you get. So I got.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that sound that is very, very distinctive to a Mavic Pro. And I wish the hell I'd actually kept it because I do miss. I don't miss the footage. It's shit, but I do miss flying.
I just read a recap.
What did you think of the Zoom? Because Tim's like in love with that damn drone. What did you think of that drone? He always says how much he misses that drone. The Mavic 2 Zoom. Now, I thought that drone was not really that liked from what I remember.
Well, you know what? It's not a good picture. It really oh man, it all comes down to what you want the drone for, all right? So if you want decent footage, you wouldn't fucking buy it, right? It's crap. Just like that stupid zoom lens on the first Mavic 3. Absolutely ridiculous. But it's a great drone. If you wanted to play around with the zoom and all that sort of stuff, that's fantastic, you know. But it is really not a good footage. It really doesn't take good footage.
Well,
They
I
brought
remember.
the Hasselblad in with the Mavic 2. Did they only put it on the Pro?
Sorry?
They brought the Hasselblad camera in with the Mavic 2, but did
Yeah.
they only put it on the Pro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the only color science that went onto that was the Mavic 2, and they've continued that on with the Mavic 3. Which is a fantastic color profile. It really is. Love it. So easy to work with. But yeah, that was the only one. And the rest of them too, the Air 2S and all that sort of stuff, has still got a normal color science. They haven't got the Hasselblad color science.
You think they're going to go as long as they did before they come out with the Mavic 4? Because I would say it's been a little over 2 years since the 3 came out, right?
Yeah, but there's the variants of the Mavic 3, you know, where someone like me wasn't going to buy the Mavic 3 because it was a waste of freaking money because that camera sitting on the top was superfluous. Waste of fucking time. So I didn't buy it. When the Mavic 3 Classic come out, that is the camera I wanted and that is the sensor I wanted. And that was the drone that appealed to whoever's interested in that sort of thing.
Well,
the Mavic.
I heard a few people say Mavic 4, but I was saying when they were talking about it, I was saying that, you know, they went almost 5 or 6 years between the Mavic 2 and the Mavic 3.
Yeah, 2018, I think it was 4 years. 2018, I think 22 it came out, wasn't it? Mavic 3. So it really did last a long time, that Mavic 2. And to this day, the Mavic 2 will still take better still photos than a Mavic 3 will. Work that out. It's crazy. If you look at the pictures, it's crazy. And back then, 2018, you get a 5.7 hyperlapse using RAW. 5.7K hyperlapse with the Mavic 2.
Now I think it's what, 8K in a lot of them now? Well, they claim it's
8K,
8K.
8K bullshit.
Yeah, they claim it's
The Pro-
8K.
The Pro Platinum was still around in 2019 because that's the year on mine.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was telling you that the Mavic or the Air 2 did 8K, and you were like, no, but then we figured out it was 8K, but it's not true 8K. But they have it labeled as that.
That, and it comes down to that 48 megapixel photo. It's all bullshit because they're using quad Bayer technology, right? It's crap.
Well, that was on the Air 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of the drones too. 48 megapixel, 48 bullshit pixels. So you go for the Mavic 2, which is a genuine 20 megapixel photo, which is really good. And as I said, it still does to this day take better still photos if you're into that than the Mavic 3. But the Mavic 3 does give you better images, as in when it comes to, say, you're filming a sunset or sunrise or something like that. It will give you a better image when it comes to the aperture control, although it's exactly the same with the Mavic 2, but you'll get a better image out of that 4.3. It'll treat the light differently than what the Mavic 2 does with that 1-inch sensor. But in saying that, you'll get a clearer picture from the Mavic 2 than what you will with the Mavic 3 off the bat, right? And it's the same with video.
So did the Mavic 2 have the 1-inch sensor the same as the Air 2S then?
Yes. Yeah, we're still talking a 1-inch sensor, but you've got the adjustable aperture, which is paramount for what I do. I need that aperture. You just cannot get the same footage with a fixed aperture than what you can with an adjustable.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's chalk and cheese, mate, because you're sticking to a precise shutter, frame rate, and all that sort of stuff with your aperture. You're keeping to that frame rate which you need to stop your anti-aliasing and all that sort of crap that comes along with roof and palings on fences and all that sort of shit.
Half an hour.
Because if half an hour, mate, yep. Because if you got the wrong shutter speed, your footage is not going to be correct. That's just the way it is. But anyway.
Yeah, because what does it do with the when it says it's 48? Isn't it like breaking the pixels or something you said?
Quad Bayer, right? So what it's doing is it's breaking it up into quad 4, right?
Right.
So it's mixing it all together and doing all this fucking magical bullshit. It's not a true 48 megapixel photo because if you were to do that, you'd have a camera this fucking big on the front of your drone to have 48 megapixels. It's just fucking not going to happen, mate. Not going to happen.
It's a way to boost and make the specs look better than they actually are, is pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's just the way. That's the way they advertise it. They've advertised it for years like that. 48. Ooh.
Well, it was the same thing with the 8K hyperlapse on the Air 2 too, right?
Fucking hell, mate. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. And the bullshit that came out with Autel with their 6K camera, very impressive on paper, and I almost jumped ship until I saw the footage. It was shit. And it's just not true. What they were saying about their cameras is just not fucking true. It was shit, mate. Especially with their shit color science, where it was all magenta. Yeah.
I think they did a little bit better though when they came out with the Nanos, right? And the Evo
Absolutely, they did. They fixed a lot of issues, and they are absolutely fantastic little drones. They really are. They're great footage.
I mean, for what Paul does at nighttime in auto, yeah, it does really good.
But they only put that RYYB sensor on the Nano, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was only the one. Yeah.
Yeah, because their sensors seem to do better at nighttime pulling light in than the DJIs do. Because every time Paul's taken out one of his DJIs and shot at nighttime, obviously because he doesn't adjust any camera settings. It looked absolute like shit. But the Autel does seems to do pretty damn good at nighttime in auto compared to it.
Well, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that's
so,
only because he doesn't do any camera settings.
Yeah, a lot of people fly in auto, right? That's fine. You'll never get the best out of a camera if you do that, because you're always going to have something that isn't right when it comes to highlights and things like that. Even with the Nano, and even with the Mavic 3, you'll get a better image if you fly in 5.1K, which is opening up the whole sensor. 5.1, this is my night settings, right? ISO 800, shutter speed 130, and that gets you the best footage you can out of that camera. That night mode, it looks all nice and all that sort of shit until you actually look at the image, and it's really not that good. There's a lot of shit that's just not right in it. So to fly the Mavic 3 at nighttime or in low light and all that sort of thing, it's 5.1K. 130 shutter, 800, and that seems to be a good standard setting. And you can muck around with it between settings and all that sort of shit. But that gets the best footage out of that. And I've got videos on my channel with it on it, mate. It's incredible.
Now, let me ask.
130th is still enough to not get too much blur.
Absolutely, you've got to fly differently though, Mark. You can't. I mean, not that I'm a hard yawer anyway. I don't do that because it just looks poo. But you've got to be very aware of what that shutter speed is and adjust your flying to accommodate for that slower shutter speed. I'll get out in a minute. Fucking tequilas. So you got to adjust the way you fly according to your camera settings. And you'll still get nice, clear images.
I was going to ask you guys something. Now, you think with the introduction of AI and it getting better, because it's getting better by the month, not by the year. Like every month, it's almost like doubling in what it can do. Now, do you think it will get to the point to where AI would be able to do the camera adjustments automatically better than you would ever be able to try to do yourself? Do you think it's going to get to that point to where auto will be that, where it's adjusting everything perfectly? Like it will be able to see that it's nighttime and it will take those shutter speeds and all that, and it will be able to adjust it.
Absolutely. It can be in the near future. It may be able to do that. But what that does do is take away the artistic aspect of what you want. You can change that.
Unfortunately, that's what's happening with AI when it comes to artistic anything. It's going to kill a lot of those industries when it comes to art and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, it will. But I still think. I mean, if it comes to let's just say Da Vinci, for instance, if it comes down to Da Vinci using an AI tool to color grade everything and all that sort of stuff to a theme, right? If you want it to be warmer, cooler, or whatever, if it can do that to that theme and you're happy with that output, then that's fine. But someone who say like playing the piano wants to play the piano and wants to play it right, and they want to play it and put their feeling into it and they put their expressions into it, and a guitar as well. MIDI, as in the musical instrument digital interface, will do that, but it will not have the human touch to it. It'll still sound a little bit clunky, right? To someone who likes it. And it'll be the same as grading and all that sort of stuff. There have to be, I think, a human touch to that, which will soften and put an emotion into it. Whereas I think digitally mastered or something like that still hasn't got that human touch.
I think it's definitely going to get to that point, though, where you're going to be hard pressed to be able to tell the difference between. Because the thing is computers, when they get to that point, I don't care how good you think you are, you'll never be able to be as precise as that computer is going to be able to be. Now, it might not look the way you like, it might do the most optimal settings that you could possibly get, but it still might not look good to you from your visual. And then you could do your slight adjustments there. But I think for people like Paul, that's the kind of systems that would really come into play.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. But I can guarantee you that probably in Hollywood, they wouldn't be doing that to a fucking motion picture.
Because yeah, AI is definitely going to, I think, kill a lot of art, especially the artistic industry. I think it's especially like even when it comes to video games, right? If now they won't have to have all these graphic designers and all these other people, because they could go to an AI and say, I want this game, and it spits out 1,000 variations of it in a split second. And you know what I'm saying? I think that's where a lot of it's going to come into play. Like they'll be able to make a game like GTA and probably in the matter of weeks be able to spit a game out like that.
Yeah. So Rigger's got, I don't know, I make electronic music from time to time and I have full control over the tone. That's right. You've got full control over the tone. It's not AI. You know? Media doesn't replace practice or talent.
And why I say that AI is a bad thing in that sense for the artistic side is because we all know companies are going to take the most, financial feasible way to go. And if AI is doing it for them, they're not going to give a shit about that artist anymore. If they can spit out something that they think is okay, and it's saving them thousands of dollars or even hundreds of thousands a year, they're going to take that option every time.
Well, you just got to look at all those fake profiles on Instagram and TikTok or whatever it is. They're AI girls.
And
they're getting millions of followers. And they just, and there's no face to the channel. Nothing. It's all fake. And people follow it.
But that's the thing is companies, they always are going to take the cheapest route because they're trying to save money, right? It's all about profit margin.
Yeah.
And if AI is going to save them hundreds of thousands a year in pay and medical benefits that they have to pay some employee to do, they're definitely going to take the AI over them every single time.
Yeah, but it is not at that point now. But you're right. Monthly it changes, and it does
every month. It's Chat GPT is basically the what do you want to say, like the building stone that a lot of AIs are using to build off of. And Chat GPT is doubling in power every single month. I mean, it's getting crazy quick.
Yeah, I even noticed now when I've got a video here which I upload. I mean, I don't pay for TubeBuddy or whatever the hell it is, but they've got their AI generated descriptions, AI generated titles, AI generated thumbnails. They've got all that shit in there now, and I just did that. This is the first time I come across it because it's the first video I'm going to put out for a while, for some time. So all this. Sorry, what was that, Tiny?
Not repeating myself.
Hang on, didn't you have 3 hours to do fuck all looking out of a window?
No, I was setting up ready for my live stream I've got today.
Oh, do you do live streams? I wasn't aware. Let's have a look.
Yes, because I don't invite tiny channels like yours.
Are you starting late today then, are you?
I start at 6. Normally it's 7, but because of America changing the time, I'm an hour earlier.
Have you changed it again, you American lot?
They changed last week.
Yeah, it was either last week or the week before.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, so you've gone back to normal.
No, we change hours next Sunday.
The only two that will be back to that we're waiting to be back to normal would be the UK and then Dominic's area. You guys never changed yours, so you guys are lined back up with us. So
yeah, so I think it's 2 hours. So if I go on at 10, it's 8 p.m. there. 10 a.m. It's 8 p.m. your time. Yeah, okay. Right. Not that I do live shows now. So.
Yeah, because it's what time is it? 4:10 in the afternoon in the UK.
Right, so you're 10 hours behind me, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then at the moment, the east coast of the US is 4 hours behind us. So that'll be 14 hours for you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they've changed. Okay, so it's 12:15 quarter past midday.
But next Sunday we go forward an hour. So then
Oh.
we're 5 hours different to them and 9 hours difference to you.
I don't know what the whole point of that is. Seriously, why?
It was to give more daylight during the winter months for working. Stop the kids going home in the darkness from school.
Yeah, right. Okay. But there's funny little arguments with that. And people were whinging that the farmers are going, oh, I can't milk the cows. They don't know what time it is. It's going to stuff up their milking schedule. It's like,
Well, yeah,
fucking,
they don't know that 6 o'clock not 6 o'clock anymore.
that's right, dickheads. And everyone going, oh, the curtains are going to fade. Oh, fucking hell.
Do what you want, Mudball.
Really?
I mean, I get that from the fact that the dog still thinks it's food time when its food time comes round and not when the actual time comes round.
That's exactly right. There's nothing to do with it, mate. God damn.
Mind you, the problem with my dog is she thinks it's food time 24 hours a day. But
You rattle that. She's off. Getting the smoker set up, making meatloaves today. Yeah, lovely. Lovely. I did do a smoked meatloaf after you and Tim were talking about it on a couple of months ago now. I made a couple of meatloaves. Beautiful stuff. There's nothing like the taste of burnt.
But to be fair to your dog, Mark, you do feed it table scraps, and when you do that, that's the way they get. You can't blame her for that.
no, I only let her finish off what I don't eat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Which isn't very much, to be honest.
Oh, how was your food last night? You ordered it. Was it pretty good?
Disappointed, really. I don't think I'll be getting it from there again.
Them English people are very posh.
The hot dogs, they didn't use a proper hot dog sausage. They just used an ordinary giant sausage.
You ordered hot dogs?
And the shrimp was breaded.
Oh, I like breaded shrimp.
You're
American. It was like deep fried breaded.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that kind of shrimp. Yeah, dip it in some different sauces. Pretty good.
Yeah, it was a hot mango sauce.
So, you cooking for Dennis again, Matt, or what?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
He's
actually
gonna
take
burn
him
it
to get?
again.
Are you gonna actually take him to try some roux though? You need to find a good little local restaurant.
He did compensate for burning the barbecue, though. He took him to a sushi restaurant where it's raw.
Yeah, it's that authentic Japanese Australian restaurant. Yeah.
That's right. From burnt to raw, off you go. I've got some really, really nice places to take him, which I've been to over the last couple of months or so.
Did you see if there was? Now you did make sure there was a backdoor exit for when the bill comes, right? You can slip out.
Well, I'm not stupid.
McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
McDonald's, I'll put in a special order. Can you burn the meat patties, please?
I'll never
You don't
forget
have
that.
to put in a special order for them to burn the meat.
I'll
They'll
never
do it
forget that one,
automatically.
Matt. I'll never forget when Matt said that when he fell. He was like, "Yeah, we were out all day, tired as hell. I fell asleep, woke up, and fucking forgot about the ribs."
Fuck the ribs completely. Oh, joke.
What
I
about
just
a $40 rack of ribs you burnt? Probably more than that, huh?
Yeah, I spent probably, I got 2 racks. Yeah, probably about $60, I guess. Yeah, totally annihilated all of them.
It's like the turkey off of Christmas Vacation, just dry as hell.
Dry as hell, no shit. So I had to order fucking Uber Eats, mate.
That's what I ordered mine through.
I can, Laura. What the hell? That's got No way. That's a fucking floodlight outside of your place, isn't it?
No, it's actually the sun.
No way. That's the sun. You're in England.
Yeah, the sun's
Mark,
out.
is it?
It's
I was
nice
gonna
and
say,
bright.
Mark, is it sunny where you are?
It is.
Damn.
Sunny in 2 places in the UK.
That's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know they had sun in the UK.
There you go.
I didn't even know that was a thing there.
Damn, look at that. Wow. I don't
Blue
think it's-
skies
Wow.
for a change.
You
Oh
never
yeah,
see it.
Rigger had meatloaf last night. He was making it while he was on the live stream with us.
Oh yeah, you did a gaming live last night, didn't you?
Yeah, it was me, Tim, and Rigger were all doing Dead by Daylight, but Rigger was trying to cook his meatloaf while he was playing.
Damn. Yeah.
I was on Art's channel with Dominic and Uncle Bill.
Yeah, we had
Didn't
some
go
fun
on,
last
I
night.
didn't go on the panel though. I was just in the chat.
Tab in. Yes. Well.
No, I always have a blast playing with Rigger and Tim because Tim's so easy to get frustrated in a game.
Let me listen to that.
Oh. I've actually got my mic round the right way now, Justin.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've
Really?
moved it to this side table instead of that side.
Yeah, no, I'm really trying to figure out where I want to move my mic. I just don't know where I want to put it because
I
You know
want
how
my
to
mic to come up the back of my screen.
I just
Do you
feel
know
like
how to mute it though, Laura? Do you know how to mute it?
I know how to mute you.
Whatever.
So I would be able to if I was co-host.
Mm, but you're not, so
Are you not working tomorrow?
Peace and quiet.
fuck you. Yes. Yes, I am, Mark. I've got to actually nick off in a sec because it's 2:20 here and I've got to get
It's
up.
bedtime.
Yeah, some of us work for a living. Actual jobs. Participate in the community. That's what I do.
he had a job on YouTube, but he quit that not too long ago.
I was making way too much money. Way too much money. My child support went through the roof. Had to ring up YouTube. I rang them this time. I said, "G'day, how you going?" They knew me straight up. Matty, how are you? Yeah, not bad. Got a bit of a
Hundreds of
problem.
thousands a month, right?
Yeah. Yep. I had to give it away to charity so I can claim it on tax. Gave it all to Laura. That all Laura, that one with that channel.
Oh,
I said,
can
she
you
got a
show
cha-
Matt your mixer board that you got, or is it? She got a mixing board from her brother.
I've got my mic over.
Oh, nice.
She don't know what half the knobs do, but she got it.
She hadn't touched a knob for a long time.
And Laura's going high tech.
Yes.
Yeah, she got herself a nice
Be back in a sec.
condenser mic too.
Yeah, that high tech that it took her 3 days to realize she was talking into the back of the microphone.
Everybody's been going and getting this mic. David actually found one of these on Facebook Marketplace for 25 quid, which is super cheap because I have the Quadcast S and the one model below this one is $100. They're not cheap mics.
Podcast.
I think I only paid like 35 for this one.
That's about $32, 25 quid.
Sounds all right, Joel. Sounds nice. That's got a Canon on it. That's got a Canon on it. Was that going into a compressor, into an analog to digital?
USB.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Is that going through any compressors at all or any analog desk?
Just through the PC, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it is offhand, Donald. You'd have to ask Laura.
What is it again?
It's not a super expensive. It's a Quadcast S, HyperX Quadcast S. That's the one I have. But they have a version that's just a Quadcast. It looks identical, but there are differences in it. Mine's got a little bit more stuff to it. But everybody's been getting that
the
one.
S has got a 1-inch sensor.
Rob bought it, David bought it, Wedge and Big bought it. I think Johnny Drone Flyer was looking into getting one. Because he kept asking me which one I had.
Oh, it's a mic. It's a condenser mic. Right. Right.
And it does have software you can download for it too.
And it lights up.
Well, mine will actually do any color I want, where the Quadcast, it's just red. For some reason, they only gave it one color.
RGB gaming microphone. It's $299 here in Australia.
It's about anywhere between a 120, 150, depending on where you get it. You can find it for.
Quadcast S. Wonder if I went to Gumtree.
What are you looking at? You're not looking at getting a new mic. You got a Rhodes, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a Rhodes. No, I'm just looking at it.
Oh, you're just looking. Okay, I was about to say because you got a pretty nice microphone.
Yeah, it's a nice mic, the old Rhodes.
Because that one was yours was like $500 or $600, but you got it for what, like 2 something?
Yeah, I got it off someone who goes, I was going to start podcasting, but I didn't do it. Right. So yeah, that's what Quadcast S. Okay.
So $150 would be about £105.
HyperX makes some really good gaming stuff, though. They have good gaming headsets and mics. Because that's what my headset is too, is a HyperX.
Okay. Yeah, $279. It's a nice microphone.
He wants one that lights up flesh color. Fucking Donald.
Looking for one of those mics.
Well, see, I did see the only issue I've seen with those fucking Yetis, because I obviously had one before this, is some reason that gain just does not want to stay up on it. It's just that they constantly fluctuate. And even when you go in the software and you turn it up, sometimes it defaults back to turning it off for some reason. And I don't know why.
Hey guys, hey, I gotta jump off. I'm gonna have a serious conversation with my son because he won't give me none of that chocolate in his room.
Bro.
I'm gonna get it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're gonna get beat up too.
I'm gonna get beat up. You heard that?
Yeah,
Get beat up. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
That's what you call a bar of chocolate.
Yeah, he's thinking too. He's thinking about taking his old man on.
Yeah, those Yeti mics. Tim had constant troubles when he was on my show. It's just
it's a software. It's not the microphone itself. It's just the software. For some reason, it constantly wants to fuck with the gain on it. I don't know why. That was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to get a different mic. Because this one actually has gain control right on the mic. I can turn it up and down.
Yeah,
So
this one's got one too.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
to go
my
into the software.
well, my Yeti's got the gain on the mic.
But you got the older one that has all the little knobs. The newer ones didn't have all that. They got rid of all that.
Right.
The only thing it has is the mute button where you press the knob to mute it. And then all that is a volume control for your computer. And then on the back, it has the controls for what direction you want it, the directional controls.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got rid of the gain control off of the Yetis, the newer ones. I don't know why they did that.
Can you tell me
Because-
something? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'll just do a little test here. Whether there's a difference between that or a difference between that. Is there
You
any
sound-
difference?
You sound exactly the same.
Exactly the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, no
Okay.
difference.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
I see.
Yeah, see, yours got has all kinds of settings too. Yeah.
Yeah, got all that crap on there. On your Laura.
Yeah, see right here, there's a knob on the back of mine, and it has 4 different directionals you can do on it.
Yeah. Mine's got 2 directional. So if when I'm interviewing, like another member for the production team, which are doing a fantastic job tonight, by the way, I can use 2 sides of the microphone, which is really good.
And if for anybody that is wondering what he's looking at, it's just a paper on the wall that says production team.
Not nice, is it? No. Yep, shut him down. Shut him down.
Shut him down.
Yeah. Oh dear.
No,
All
but
right,
that
well,
was one. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to nick off, mate, because I've got to go to bed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it anyway because Laura's going live.
Yeah,
here
I
in
got
a
to
little
get
bit.
something done. Pretend like I'm getting something done anyway on my day off work.
Yeah, look, yeah, half your day's gone.
Yeah, I'm on in an hour and a half.
Or make a cup of coffee or tea or something.
Those live streams will do that to you, Joel.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Joel, come around more often, man. If you want to come on my show, you're more than welcome. to.
Yeah, we'll do that there, Justin.
I would say
for
go
sure,
on Matt's
sure.
show, but he doesn't do one anymore. So
That's what Justin needs all the help he can get, mate. What are you talking about? Yeah. All right. Good to see you. Nice to meet you, Joel.
Hey, Matt, thanks for the info, man. We'll check that out. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
mate.
check that out.
Yeah, it's worth it,
All
mate.
right.
Really is.
All right, brother.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, we'll catch you guys all later this evening on Paul's. Don't forget Laura's
Nice
live
talking to you all.
in about an hour and a half.
Much love to the panel and community as